Hi guys. So welcome. This is not our typical time to stream, but you've got us regardless. So just to introduce ourselves, we are Dum Dum Die. We are a all awesome, all female, all South African, interactive, improv TTRPG group, and we typically have a homebrew D&D 5e campaign, but because we like things, we like to enjoy the holidays or the seasons, we want to do a Valentine's game at the moment. So I figured it would be kind of fun, and also to give our DM a break, our everyday DM. So I'm going to let our lovely ladies, our players, introduce themselves just as people. Don't introduce your characters yet, please. The character introduction will happen after the game setting because it goes places. Yeah, I'm gonna go by order as I see it. So let's go to our chaotic Teddy.
I don't know what you mean with chaotic. I'm a completely normal human being.
No, no, 100% chaotic.
All the way chaotic.
Sheesh, it's my intro. So, hi guys, I'm Teddy. I'm a normal human. Ask no further questions, and I'm not gonna tell you what I'm playing tonight, but it's perfectly normal.
I hope everybody heard that. 100% human. Sus. Sus. Freaking alien that we've got. Okay, no, it's fine. Go ahead.
I could be human, you don't know.
Says that.
I mean, people, obviously. Duh. So Teddy, that's you. Or anything you want to disclaim or add to your intro?
I didn't do nothing.
Fair, and you'll stick to it. All right. Next in the it's your story. You can stick to it. Next, we have. Let's go to our ghostly figure. There is a box. The box has a person attached. You heard their voice. Let's go to Lena.
Well, I am sitting here in semi-darkness, and I am Lena. You're not DM for Dum Dum Die that has apparently developed an enormously long title. Thanks, Nelly. Like all the hashtags.
Yeah.
Tonight I get to be a player, so I will be a player. And between me and Teddy, we're trying to kick up as much chaos as we possibly can. Go.
It's what they do. That's the reason why they can't be players together, because otherwise it becomes too chaotic and we go way off stream. But I have a plan for the chaos, maybe. And last but not least, let's go to our other ghostly figure with a beautiful butterfly above. Let's say hi to Wednesday.
Hi guys, I am Wednesday, and this is tonight's outfit. Okay, don't judge me. I'm going through times, guys. Going through times. No, it's related to the stream. Despite going through times. Yeah.
All right. So that is Wednesday. And hey, Laura Bones. Right. Oh, Laura Bones has subscribed for 17 months. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Laura.
That deserves a mini dance party.
Look at that.
Big heart.
I'm just gonna have to imagine my dance moves, Laura.
Yeah, let's do
it. Doing all the killer dance moves in the background
but
here.
You have to do the music then. If we're dancing, you're doing the music, Lena. Sorry.
Yeah, so like give us a beat. Lena, give us a beat. Yeah, beatbox. Okay. Or give us a beat, something. She went through well.
How was it?
Beautiful.
That was perfectly timed. So well done. That's funny. So Laura Bones, thank you for helping us like just dance out our stress, because and Laura Bones says that we're the best. Thank you. No, you're the best. You're the best. You're the best. But thank you. We can all be the best. But yeah, let's just dance off our stress just to wiggle that all out. So thank you very much for that, Laura Bones. So as mentioned beforehand, Lena is typically our DM, but Nelly, want to DM just to give her a break and also to try to deal with the Chaos Gremlins. So as Wednesday hinted at, we actually do have a dress code because yesterday was a certain auspicious day You may have heard of it. It's called Valentine's Day. And today's one-shot game is actually going to be themed along Valentine's Day. So I asked all the ladies to wear something that was red or white or pink. And Teddy, you have reached you complied, so thank you very much. Wednesday complied with some hearts on said item. I have complied as well. It's a hippo, but the hippo is red, okay? But also, just to make sure it's a little extra snazzy, I got my little love, my lover. Yeah, they're glasses, my little lover glasses. So I'm gonna see how long I can see with these. I've got like super red tinted. I look, oh my gosh, it's like being Blade. Everything's red tinted. Like I feel like I'm on a rampage for blood and vengeance. It's like Blade /
Amazing.
the Batman. But we're gonna focus on love, maybe. So as I mentioned beforehand, I want everyone to get an idea of the setting, and then we'll introduce our characters. So let us start with that. So, welcome to the afterlife, where absolutely nothing ever goes wrong. Everything's great and perfect, and it's amazing. But maybe when things go wrong, it goes terribly, absolutely bonkers, really, really wrong, really badly, super badly, to a point where maybe 1, 2, 3, oh my gosh, 3 people, 3 souls have been trapped together through some really weird twist of fate and chaos and just full-on mischief. We have 3 unsuspecting souls who've been stuck together, and that will be our players. And unfortunately, these souls are bound together, but the only way to let them actually be free and unbounded and have their fates be aligned to what they're meant to have in their normal lifespans and normal pathways and the next life, they have to actually live the next awesome super life. But there is a downside. My glasses are going down. Hold on. There we go. There is a downside to breaking this quote-unquote cosmically bad luck curse. You actually have to go to your next body. But there's been something wrong with Afterlife TM trademark. Afterlife's administration. It looks like all 1, 2, 3 of your next bodies have been quadruple booked. I'm so sorry, guys.
Terrible.
It doesn't normally happen this way. I mean, we at Afterlife.com, TM trademark all the way. We're professionals. We do our jobs really well. We take it seriously. But there was a mix up, and it looks like, yeah, you can't actually go to your next set of bodies. That means you're all botched reincarnations. You're all stuck together. But, good news, absolutely amazing, really good news, because we at Afterlife trademark, we're kind of like a bureaucracy. There's a lot of red tape, pun intended. There's a lot of red tape when it comes to our bureaucracy, but we take our jobs very seriously. So for chat, think of Afterlife trademark. They're kind of like a combination of super bureaucratic types of organizations. Think of, if you've ever watched or read Good Omens, think of their depiction of heaven, hell, or for the South Africans out there, think of our lovely, lovely home affairs. Think of that level of commitment to the job. That it's like hardcore commitment to the job. We love our jobs here at Afterlife TM trademark all the way. And so there was a hiccup, and no one here wants to actually fess up and actually own up to the mistake that happened to the 3 of you. So this may be a good scapegoat. We were able to find something that works. We'll give you guys temporary bodies, and I'm giving you guys backstory as to how they end up to where we're going to start, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, they've been put into temporary bodies and shuffled along. They've been shuffled into the bodies of reptiles and bears, and there was a lovely stream set of rocks somewhere, and maybe some bugs, but right now they're in the bodies of demons, and it's nothing personal. They were just available, and 3 healthy-ish demon bodies are better than no bodies, and the best part about being in these demon bodies is we got a loophole for all 3 of you since you're stuck together. Awesome. The best thing we can do for you, and this is a deal. We don't offer deals at Afterlife TM, but we're offering 1, 2, 3 of you a great deal. And that deal is all you have to do is work for 1,000 years at this corporation called Love Inc. and then you get to be sent to Earth. You get another awesome new life, and then you're all separated. You have your own fates back together. So this is not even a suggestion. We've already yeah, sorry about it, guys. The paperwork's right here. We've already signed it. It's done. But just so you know, it's a deal. It's a steal, and you are stolen. How do you like them apples? So 1, 2, 3 of our players have actually been assigned to a job that they didn't ask for, to bodies they did not request, and they've been in servitude at this company, lovely company called Love Inc. And they basically have to work for maybe just 1,000 years, which is what compared to eternity, to get access back to Earth. So before I explain what the team has been doing in these years, can you explain to me, just introduce your characters? So let's go around the table. I'm going to start again with, let's go with our Chaos Teddy. Teddy, please introduce your character.
Well, hi everyone. I am Sparkly Red Pebble from the Eastern River, or you could just call me Pebble, but I'm sure you could have figured that out. I am just so psyched to be here. This is such a great deal. And I've heard that Afterlife TM never gives a deal, so can you imagine how lucky we have to be? Like, how does this happen that we're all, I'm not going to go into the details, but that's me. I'm Pebble, and it's so great to be here with you guys. And then Pebble is like a little imp, but she's dressed pretty similarly to Tinkerbell. So she's wearing like a little green dress and little blue slippers. And it's a weird thing because her hair is kind of hair, but there are bits of it that looks like stems with leaves attached to it, almost like she's part
Cool,
plant.
cool. Yeah,
And
yeah,
she's just super chirpy.
yeah. I mean, if you name Pebble, like, life is great. Afterlife is even better. It's amazing. And to our ghostly figure, Lena, please introduce your character.
I am Amora, a wonderful and beautifully sculpted succubus. Just look at my fantastic figure. I fit right in here at the Love Inc. Corporation, and I don't know about going back to a body, but I suppose anything is better than getting stuck with these two for another 500 years. But don't let them know I said that. That is me. I am a fully grown succubus with cute little wings and very small, curvy little horns with long, blackish red hair. And, well, like any succubus, like really well-defined body.
Like a baddie. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I can see it. I 10 out of 10. I can see it. I understand why you don't want to let go of that body, even though it's like a temporary body. But enjoy it while you have it, right? Right. And last but not least, let's go to Wednesday.
Okay, guys. So my character's name is Saber, and Saber kind of looks like Emperor Palpatine. So like a real demon, like demonic glowing eyes, like really scary looking.
Nice.
As you can see, Saber is equipped with the latest in R&D technology.
Mm.
The love cover. Dual function. You can use it to cover up lies, betrayals, deceits, all things love related. But it also functions as a comfort blanket
Oh.
for those who have been wronged. See, this is part of the job at Loving. I've been in customer service for a long time, very long time. My speciality is tragedy, because love cuts like a knife. And now that I have my own hands, I'm here to keep those knives sharp.
Ooh. And there we have Saber. So watch out. So we have three of our characters, our players have been introduced and their characters have been introduced. And the thing is, as this amazing deal that Afterlife TM gave you, you only have to work for 1,000 years. Let's fast forward to about 499 years into the future. You've been working hard. Saber's been working in customer service, because with a face like that, of course you should be customer facing to an extent. Pebble has been pebbling, and also, obviously, Amora has been trying to enjoy that body and the flesh, and who knows how other ways. But the thing is, as a team, they've been working at very low level positions, because it is a deal. It's a steal at only 1,000 years, but you guys are lower than trash. And when it comes to the rankings of Love Inc., this corporation, think of High Corporation. It's pretty much how they make money for this auspicious day of love. It's about making money, and you guys just clean up the messes. And speaking of messes, the messes you normally clean up are after the Cupids. There's a whole team of, and in big capital letters, the Cupids. They're almost like the mean girls of Love Inc., but they're like the rock stars of the actual company. They do all the FaceTime. That's what people think of when they think of Love Inc. They think of Cupids. They think of cute cherubs. They don't know how nasty they are. They don't know how mean they can be, but you guys do. But in case, for example, one of the Cupids messes up their aim and their shot, you have to clean it up. And you have to take the broken arrow from one unsuspecting yoga practicer to the actual love interest. For example, if one of those Cupids mixes up the wrong love potion, and next you know, your long-lost lover, ... has been entangled with your neighbor and not you. Those are the messes you guys clean up. But now, there might be a chance for you. There might be a change. So at this moment, I am going to say you guys are all... This is highly corporate. And don't laugh. You're in the break room. You don't get... There's no coffee because you're supposed to run on fumes, but you have access to droplets of water per cup. Not like this big quench over here. You get little droplets of water during your very short 5 minutes breaks. So the three of you, Pebble, Amora, Saber, you're in the break room. Try to savor that lovely 5 minute break you have. What do you say to each other? Are you commiserating? Are you chatting?
I'm quite glad they gave us this R&D blanket that they've been testing, because, well, not getting paid for almost 500 years has been pretty rough.
Oh, I don't mind.
What you're
I've been
complaining
having so
about?
much fun.
Well, I wouldn't call it fun, but I would also not be complaining. We have a job. We have a place to stay. We have bodies. So
We do.
only another 500 years of this, and perhaps we can go back to Earth.
I frankly preferred being a stone. At least one had real purpose. Fielding these calls day in, day out is simply
No.
not fulfilling.
No, a stone has no purpose. It has no purpose. It does nothing. It is a very boring life, and I, for one, would like to stay here for another 10,000 years.
No. Another 10,000 years is not conducive to my image. How about another 300 years?
Always about your image. You know, if all of us ended up with bodies like yours, we'd be much, much happier. Okay, except for Pebble. Pebble's happy anyway.
Well,
But-
I look cute. Look at my little dress. It fits. It fits so well.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding
Oh dear,
dong.
breaks up. Oh,
As-
we can go back to work.
As-
Lovely. You're so excited about this.
As you're all commiserating with your lovely long 5 minute break, the moment you were talking about the rest of your sentence, when Pebble mentioned another 10,000 years, a bubble of light, a red light, came up above her head, and numbers spun, and it showed 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Because if Pebble wants, then Pebble gets 10,000, 2,000, quadruple thousand. You can have that. But when Amora said, I can maybe do 300, her bubble above her head said 300. It went back. 400. No, it went back. and it went 700. It's added years to your sentence. Whereas Saber has been quietly talking about not wanting more or less. Above their head, it says 599. Wait, my numbers are bad. 501. I can do
What?
math. I'm an adult.
Nonsense is this?
Oh yay!
Ha! Pebble, you're so screwed.
Dong. Ding. Dong. But your time is up. Ding.
Back
Dong.
to the desk.
I'm gonna just skitter off. So Pebble
As-
doesn't actually.
Are you going to
work,
walk off?
though. Pebble like hangs around and pebbles. That's what she like goes from one desk to another, talking to everyone. Now and again, she might get the cupids a cup of coffee. But in general, Pebble doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, Amora is gonna walk off and she's gonna try and like swipe away this nonsense 700, try and change the digits a little bit down to like 300.
The more you swipe, the more the numbers seem to increase. It's so weird. Maybe it's a glitch or something, or maybe
I'll take it
The
up with
afterlife-
human resources.
maybe Love Inc. has a sense of humor. It could be pretty brash, but it has a sense of humor. And Saber, you said you were going?
Saber walks back to his desk, but like because of the way that he's walking, it almost looks like he's melted in that direction. If that makes sense. Like he's
Waffling about.
he's very kind of like, it's like almost like a shamble, but not really. It's just the way
wow.
that this body works.
Okay, yeah, I can imagine. And if any of you remember watching any of the Star Wars movies, Senator Palpatine, at some point it looks pretty funky and not like kind of maybe kind of crispy. So I can see why the body's not
Yeah.
bodying. That's
The body
understandable.
doesn't body. Yeah.
As you hear that dinging sound, it doesn't seem to stop. Ding, ding. And it seems to increase in pitch. And it's getting faster and faster. As the three of you start going your separate directions, you notice one really odd thing. One, it was Saber, when you were going to your desk, you realize,
Yeah.
think of like a call center space where it's all open plan, you all have your cubicles. All the cubicles are empty except for you. It's just you. Pebble, as you were going to your workspace pretending to work, let's say, for example, you want to go to IT and ask them about their day, for example. You go to IT and there's no one there. And Amora, as you were going, maybe thinking, you're thinking maybe to go to HR and file a complaint about this pesky number above your head that's clearly inaccurate. You go into HR and it is empty. Each of you are very much alone.
Oh no,
Ah,
no. Oh no.
Wonderful.
It's too
For whom does that bell toll? For whom?
Ding,
Amora!
ding.
Amora! Oh, I need someone to talk to. I'm just gonna run to where I know Amora probably will be.
I'm looking around this empty room and I'm like, how dare they make us work? And there is nobody here after this stupid bell keeps chiming. I definitely need to lay a complaint somewhere. I'm going to start wandering into the HR offices looking for either a pen, piece of paper, and box for complaints, or anybody I can talk to.
Oh yeah, like a suggestion box, a comment box, an FU box. Yeah, I know the vibes. Yeah. Okay.
An empty box.
There's always one. It's always an FU box somewhere in HR. Pebble, you said you're rushing over to where you think where Amora is. Where do you think Amora is?
Well, Pebble has seen Amora in plenty of janitorial closets with both colleagues and clients. So
You can't prove anything.
So she's like just going through the hallways, like opening doors, checking to see if Amora is in there with someone.
Ooh, spicy. And speaking about maybe not so much spice, Saber, you're yelling at
It's the alarm, whatever it is, that bell.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so you're yelling at the bell, and are you yelling at the bell because you're confused or you're annoyed, angry?
I'm very annoyed because how am I supposed to field the calls with this incessant alarm going off? There are so many calls coming in these days. It's like Cupids don't even know what they're doing.
And speaking about that, now we're going to introduce our mechanic. So I told the ladies that it's a basic D20 game, but I also just need you to use a D20 for your just skill check rolls, and there will be a need for a D6. So if you need to run to find dice, you just need one D20 and one D6.
Oh,
I don't hear.
Got to roll D6 for me then.
Okay. But
I cannot move right now.
Oh, that's cool. But for your D20, for use, Saber, you were talking about how are you supposed to fill these calls? Please do a D20 roll for me, and for this skill check, getting above 10 is a good thing.
Cool, 12.
Okay. The moment you say, "How am I supposed to fill these calls? Dang it!" you pause and realize, wait a minute. Beyond the noise of the alarm you hear, there are no phone calls. All the phones at all the desks are quiet, and that's really weird because working at Love Inc., you always have to field calls. There's always someone talking about their long lost lover and how they called this really specific number they saw in the city town, and it was on the pole and it looked legit, but then they called a number and it was a scammer, but maybe not, and now it's your problem. Maybe.
Oh, there's something wrong. But that just means I can have another water break. Ha 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 ha.
I like that big brain thinking. You got to work the system. Don't overwork yourself.
So, am I seeing anybody there?
Are you still in the HR office?
Yeah.
No, you still see no one.
Did I find the FU box?
You please do a D20. You can just do like a skill check. Let's see. Let's do a D20. Let's see.
9.
Strangely enough, you can't find it, but you know it exists. Everyone's talked about this FU box. It is heavily abused and used at Love Inc. But for some reason, you can't find it. But what you do notice, though, is if you just kind of look outside the window, you can see a gathering of bodies.
Like moving bodies or not moving bodies?
You can move a bit closer and find out.
Yeah, I'm definitely just checking to see what's going on there.
All right. So as you look outside, you recognize there's a lot of cherubs, aka a lot of cupids, aka a lot of those rock star assholes that you don't really like. But there's tons of them outside, all banded outside, and they seem to be holding these placards. Different words saying like, "Hell no, we won't go," or "My arrow always strings true," or another sign says, "I'm just here for the chocolate." But there's a lot of cupids. A lot of those cherubs seem to be chanting vigorously. They seem to be striking.
I'm gonna stare out, and then I'm gonna start giggling, and then I'm gonna start laughing, and go like, "Finally, it is my opportunity!" I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna head out. I'm heading towards the cafeteria.
All right.
Oh,
And
no.
so this is perfectly timed, actually. So as Saber is calmly moving towards, shuffling. I think shuffling's a good word. As Saber is shuffling over towards the break room / cafeteria to go get that one extra bit of refreshment water, Pebble's still panically opening random doors, any concealed space where a body or two can be found, embracing each other, and Amara's walking back to the break room as well. As Saber as he goes into like as I'm gonna say Saber, for example, you got a cup of water. Okay, not a cup. This is because you could realize you could just abuse it. You take more than just your one drop. You take
Oh, of
two
course.
a lot of drops because you're like, ooh, I'm feeling, a little zesty. Why not? So you
I'm
take
feeling
two.
like breaking the rules today.
Yeah, you feel like a rebel. So you take 2 drops of water instead of just the one allotted one.
And I've got
And
this blanket to cover that up. So
exactly, no one
nobody
will
saw anything.
no one will see the evidence. So as you're, kind of cackling to yourself in a kind of scary and dusty way, walking out of the break room, Pebble, you walk right into Saber, and Amora, as you're walking towards it, you see the two of them collide. What do the three of you do?
Oh, wait.
My water!
Didn't you just have your drop? I mean, don't go crazy, but it's so quiet. I can't find any of the IT boys, and they normally talk to me until like my afternoon break, but they haven't today.
Oh, hi, Pebble. Hi, Dusty. First, move.
Uh,
I need to get to the cafeteria.
oh, wait. We just had a break. What is going on?
Another break. I'm going to just walk in to the cafeteria. I'm going to straight to the place where they serve food. I'm going to walk at the back because there's nobody there, and I am going to go straight to the pantry or to the fridges, and I'm going to go looking for cake.
Oh, okay. So you're just like going buck wild, as Amora is rushing away. What, the two of you follow Amora, or are you still lamenting over lost water and lost conversation?
I am. When I hear that laugh, I'm like, something's up. So I'm going to follow after Amora, but I'm going to use my blanket to soak up that spilt water as I go.
I'm
Because it made me sad.
So considerate. I can just tell you all, chat, that Saber has repeatedly been Employee of the Month because Saber takes the job seriously. Love Inc. loves Saber, even though Saber does not feel that love at all.
In any kind of way, shape, or form.
So Pebble obviously is still lamenting the fact that no one wants to talk to her, but she can't lament it if there's no one to hear her moaning about it. So she's just gonna trail after the other two and just constantly spew whatever comes to mind because she talks more when she's nervous. So she's just talking nonstop the whole time.
Ah, okay. So you're talking, you're rambling. Saber, you're shuffling along, not off this motor coil because you've done that before, but you're shuffling towards the cafeteria, and Amora, you're going rabid looking for cake. Speaking of cake, chat says, "How decadent." Sorry, but the cake is a lie.
Chat,
Oh my
that's
goodness.
so mean.
I love that. I love that sting. But as Pebble and Saber enter the cafeteria, and you pretty much follow the sounds of like things being flung around in the pantry because Amora's going ham looking for some decadent cake. You hear footsteps coming, but it sounds like the clacking of very, very high heels. Clack, 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 clack. It sounds very rhythmic. Clack, clack. And it's coming from...
What's the boss? I'm just gonna hide under my blanket. I'm gonna go like onto the floor, like where I'm standing, and just like cover myself with a blanket.
Okay, so you're gonna just like go little camouflage incognito.
Yeah.
Okay. Pebble.
Someone's coming.
Clack.
I'm running
Clack.
out to go meet them.
Clack.
I want to go chat.
Okay. And
Am I finding cake? Please tell me I'm finding some cake.
please roll a d20 for me. The check will be high though.
You're just becoming more and more panicked, throwing stuff out of cupboards, slamming doors.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, what? Oh, okay, yeah, what is Amora's favorite cake? Favorite type of cake?
Red velvet.
Ooh, good taste. And it's also on brand.
I know, right? Maybe a
So,
bit on the nose.
you know, but you're panicked. You hear the others shuffling, and you hear them saying the boss, and you start panicking more, and you're digging through the pantry, and you remember, wait, cake needs to be cold, and you think maybe you should check the fridges. So you leave the pantry, you go to the fridges, and as you open the fridge, you open it wide, and you see the most beautiful, perfect, round, heart-shaped red velvet cake with multiple cherries on top, decorated along the perimeter of that heart shape. It looks absolutely beautiful, stunning, amazing.
I'm going
Oh,
to scoop the entire
velvety,
cake,
ready.
like holding it like in one arm.
Oh, okay.
And
So
I'm
you're
going to. Yeah, no, this entire thing is mine now.
okay.
I'm just gonna scoop like little, not handfuls, but like little mouthfuls. I'm just gonna pluck them straight off the cake and nibble on them with this
Wow.
extremely contented sigh as I move out of the cafeteria to the common area where the people eat. And I'm just gonna plonk down there on a chair and very happily and contentedly enjoy my cake.
Hey, we're gonna come back to you and your cake. But Pebble, you decide to rush out to the hallway because you're excited. There's a person, or a humanoid, or at least some sort of cretin that you can talk to.
Yeah,
What
someone
do you
who's
do when you go?
hopefully not as negative as my only two companions in this plane. Really. So I'm just gonna rush
Clack.
straight up to whoever it is.
Clack, clack, and that clacking sound is getting louder and louder. As you open the doors, rushing out to the hallway, you see. First, you see, looking forward, you see nothing but legs, and the legs go up and up and up and up. They're the most amazing legs you've ever seen. But on top of those legs, there's actually a rest of the body with bountiful chests. And this person seems to be like wearing layered clothing with like silk and linen and looks absolutely stunning. But underneath their outfit, you can see that they're probably wearing something very form-fitting. And on top of that, they have a long, luscious amount of hair. It seems to bounce. And as you look down, maybe disrespectfully, but respectfully, with the clacking sounds you heard, you realize they're wearing supremely high heels. The highest heels you've ever seen. They're almost as tall as you are. Hence all the legs, maybe. And the clacking, as you step out, clack, clack, stops.
I'm gonna like skid to a halt and then look up and go, whoa, you are even more beautiful than Amora, which is, oh, sorry,
Stop speaking. Good. This one actually has brains. You and this godlike embodiment just twirls their fingers, points at you, and continues walking.
Me?
And kind of crooks their finger at you as if to follow.
I'm trading off to ask you questions.
I don't need words. I just need obedience.
But just one question, because everyone seems to be gone, and I'm a little nervous.
And their clack, that rhythmic clack has continued, like straight, like as if now words were actually shared. Oh, clack. So Saber, when you actually went full incognito, did you just drop down to the floor? You didn't pick a certain space. You just dropped.
Nope, I just dropped where I was standing.
Please, so can you please roll a d20 for me?
Sure.
Actually, no. Roll a d20. That it works for now.
14.
Okay. As you're still trying to make sure you barely breathe, even though you don't need air in the afterlife, trademark.com, you're trying to be as still as possible. And as you're staying still, that clacking gets closer. Clack, 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 clack. Super rhythmic still. The clacking stops right by your head. This sharp clack is right by your head. If you had moved like an inch more, that the stiletto high super heels you suspect are attached to the clacking sound would have pierced through your skull. Is this one alive? And
Oh, that's Saber. I'm Pebble, by the way. I didn't get a chance to introduce myself, but that's Saber. Saber is my friend. It's a little gloomy, but still company. Oh, and there's one more, Amora. She's also very pretty, just like you
I
are.
said no words
Okay.
from this one. And Saber, you'll feel like a tapping against your head because that foot that's like stopped by your head is actually tapped, like almost. You know when you want to check if like you see a body like a carcass. Yeah, like if you see a possum, you want to see, is this possum dead or just pretending? So that's what's happening. Like it's like this foot is like poking at you just to check if you're alive.
Saber is gonna rise up like like a Bela Lugosi does in that very old movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, in his blanket. That's what he's going to do.
Ah, it's the employee of the month. You earned that blanket. And Saber, do you like as you look? Are you gonna look up or down, or you try to keep your hood over your
No, I keep my face down. I know what the boss sounds like.
Okay. So as you keep your head down as respectfully as possible, try to be as like make yourself look as small as possible, which is a difficult feat. You look down, all you can see are like almost just incredibly just the startings with like really long legs and incredibly high stiletto heels. And a hand comes in front of you, right in front of your field of view and starts crooking towards you. You have a brain. You can come with me. And you just hear the clacking continue. Clack, 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 clack. And finally,
follow
Peb, are you still following?
Oh yeah. I'm not allowed to talk, but I need to say things, so I'm kind of like under my breath mumbling the whole time, just making this irritating noise.
Like a chittering noise or something. So you're just like chittering to yourself. Okay, cool.
The most amusing thing in an anime once where a guy was also just like chattering in the background and the anime translated it as para 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 para.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
That's cute. I can actually imagine that sound. So as you're chittering to yourself, and Saber is like obediently still following this goddess like figure, the clacking goes towards clack towards Amora. Who said that cake was yours, fiend?
I am like sitting with my back turned to her, so I'm just gonna lift my head, and you like tilt your head so you can look who's behind you, and I'm like pause in a moment of sheer horror, but at the same time I pluck a cherry loose and I pop it in my mouth.
The compulsion is strong with this one.
And then I'm just gonna drop the cake on the table and I'm gonna rush to stand up and I'm like salute. And like look anywhere except the boss. Like looking over there and over there.
I can just imagine you saluting and there's like some icing on your forehead.
Icing on the forehead.
Okay. As you salute to the boss and you just see only legs, you hear a snapping sound, and what was left of that cake has disappeared to dust and smoke. And you can also taste dust in your mouth. Those remnants of cake that you were eating, it's gone.
Ooh,
I mean, you're just gonna hear while I'm still saluting, I'm just gonna hear.
Is that like a whimper? I need to see your face for that sound. I don't know what you're doing. It's like a small like.
I'm just gonna whisper
sound
like
or cry.
worth it under my breath. I'm like gonna cough and just say worth it.
Oh, you're like worth it. Totes worth
Yeah, exactly.
It. Okay. And the voice says, and you realize all of a sudden, even you, Pebble, your head is supremely heavy. You can't seem to raise it anymore. You're forced to keep your head down the whole time. So and the same happens to you, Amora, where you did your salute respectfully, And after you did your salute and you could taste dust and the remnants of the icing, your head started getting really heavy. And the voice says, I'm stuck with you, but I will use you, and I will use you well.
That sounds like a promotion.
And you hear the voice say, 1, 2, 3, your souls are mine. And right now, you are what will help me tip the balance. I can't afford to lose anything more. And you hear a snapping sound, like it's almost like a you know when someone claps really loud in like a hallway where it's like super quiet, like think of it, you're writing an exam and someone claps or snaps their fingers or something. It's like dead quiet and like a really loud snapping sound. And because this embodiment of a godlike figure that you can all roll d20s for me.
Haha, 19. I'm not employee
got-
of the month for nothing.
Yeah. It must be like the employee of the month bonus. You're like bonus modifier you got over there.
Well, in true Pebble fashion, I got a 2. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I also got a 2.
Yay!
Okay, you know what? That tracks because Saber is the employee of the month. So, of course, Saber would pay attention. But Saber, you are very, very aware that the boss does not want to be looked at because they're too beautiful to be looked at and does not want to have unworthy eyes set upon them. But you know that the boss is a daughter of Aphrodite. Hence, when she came into existence, she was able to own and run Love Inc.
Yeah.
That's
Nepotism at its best, of course.
Duh.
Lovely.
What would we expect?
Yeah. So only Saber actually is aware of who the boss is. But that's other two of you, like Pebble, you're just still like chittering to yourself, and Amora, your tongue is still going around your mouth because you got like a long forked tongue. Because I'm gonna say you do because you're succubus. I don't want to like discriminate. Succubi can have whatever tongue they want, obviously, but you know, for the sake of the story, your forked tongue, which is quite long, is going around your mouth, trying to look for the remnants of that taste of cake. So you're too preoccupied to think about godlike manners. And you hear
Cherry was so good. Just need a little scrunched little piece somewhere.
and your tongue is going, no, that's dusty. No, that tastes like ash. Charcoal, no, not the one. And you're so focused on that, trying to find any remnants of that amazing red velvet cake. And the voice, like the snapping sound, happens again. And when that sound happens again, the voice, she doesn't say anything, but it's almost like another voice pops into each of your heads and says, I am just here to translate because she is too great, is busy being too great, but we have a problem. I'm the last Cupid working here, and I'm the smallest little ones. I'm a little guy. I can't do this job, so we need high alert and what was that? Oh, and I have to hurry up. The lady that is too great being great says that the three of you are gonna go to Earth, and the three of you are gonna do a job,
Oh no!
and you're gonna tip the balance.
I am not going back to Earth.
Are you saying this out loud or in your head?
Yeah, no, I'm out loud. I'm already talking. This person is like, no.
So the voice when the voice in your head hears you like talking out loud, there's another snapping sound, and your mouth disappears. You have no
wow.
mouth.
That is Pebble's worst nightmare. You can just
Oh
see
my
her eyes go
goodness.
like wide and then squint and then wide, and you can just see the panic.
I'm sorry. I have to like do that again. I need to put the glasses on to see that.
Eyes go like
Dude,
wide
you know
and
why
squints and then wide and squints.
Oh, it's funny. Okay. And the facilitator voice, that little Cupid voice says, as I was saying, so the three of you are going to Earth because, well, the others are on strike, and you know how Cupids are. They're stubborn and messy. But not me. I'm the good ones. I'm one of the only good ones. But anyway, the three of you are going to Earth, and the lady that is really great, being great, says, if the three of you do a good job, you get a wish each. But you need to be fast to tip the balance, and the balance is not, what? Balanced, yeah. What? I'm sorry, I don't speak primordial. My primordial is really bad. Okay. That was another word that I didn't need to hear. I'm already going for a lot right now. Work is hard. Okay, I'm sorry. So you have to go now. There's a couple of humans that you need to bring together because their love will cement the lady's power for at least another millennia. Trillia? A long time. Okay, I don't know the word in common English, human tongue, whatever, but you need to bring these two people together. There's a human named Julia, and there's another human named Sia. Okay, so Julia and Sia, you need to bring them together, and they have past lives of love, and they keep missing each other. So you need to bring them together, and if you bring them together at the right place, at the right time, their love will ring true, and power will be tipped back to the lady who is great, being great. Did I get that right?
Question. Is this the kind of love that is supposed to lift them up to where they belong? Or is it the kind of love that is supposed to tear them apart?
And the voice pauses. Yeah. So the lady that is great, being great, will acknowledge your existence and answer your question because you are, after all. And you hear a jingling sound. Employee of the month. Yeah. So Saber, employee of the month. Yeah. Your question is valid, but this is a love that uplifts not just the two humans, but all the humans around them. It is a love so true, it will inspire so many generations beyond them. It's a love that will be written. It's a love that will even be documented by those dirty humans, but also us, and maybe some other people in other realms. It's a very strong, good love, and pure.
Laura is just going to very softly sigh. You know, it's one of those those derogatory sighs that you. Jesus.
So is that enough for you? Employee of the month, Saber.
Isn't really my forte, you know. My speciality is more in the other kind of department. But I'll do it. What the boss says goes.
And that's why you're the employee of the month. Compliance is key. And the lady that is great, being great, says, she will not be in your debt, but you will definitely get a special wish and maybe go to Earth because you're taking too much time and then it's no longer guaranteed, but if you hurry up now, you'll definitely get a good wish. Okay, you're gonna have to each have a glamour because you're all, what's the word? Ugly. Yes, you're all really ugly, and human eyes can't actually consume you because if they do, they will die and rot from all the ugliness before them. So you each, and then all of a sudden the voice that was the I love how you're like fair, and that
Sorry.
and the disembodied ugly. I knew where Mora will take offense. And the disembodied voice suddenly appears as in front of you as an actual cherub. And you realize that the lady is gone, but the cherub is now has appeared in front of you. And the cherub gives you each a little stone that looks kind of like, strange enough, looks like a one of those heart-shaped candies, but it feels solid, like really heavy stone.
Does it have
If
a
you
message
eat-
on it?
It does. So the one, I'm glad you asked. So the one that Pebble gets says, XO, XO. That's for Pebble. The one that Amora gets says, too sexy for you.
I'm just
These
going to
are
pluck it out of the cherub's hand and say, I will have you know that all the men here find me very attractive. I am not ugly. What is this? What is this? I am too sexy. Yes. See, even the heart agrees. How
And-
dare you?
I dare, and like when you try to, like, yank it away, like the cherub almost like kind of flung it towards you. You take it, you dirty fiend, and turns towards you, Saber, and gently passes over to you, because obviously you are the honored and favored one of the month, at least. And your stone says, precious. Wait,
Gives it
is-
to me. Gives it to me. My precious gives it to me.
Nice.
that was the response I was hoping for. So thank you. Thank you for complying. And I'll say that as the
Siski. Apparently.
you have complied, and that means these stones will keep you safe. You just have to make sure you. Oh my goodness. The horse has farted the most unholy fart. Oh my gosh. I thought it was a creeping. Oh man, okay, it's fine. So, okay, I can't even. My mouth is. It's in my mouth. Let me focus.
Oh, God. Wow, thanks. You could have just not shared. You could have literally.
I'm not suffering alone. That's a high protein diet goes a long way, unfortunately. But anyway, so the Cupid in front of you says, as long as you hold on to this stone, it will keep you safe. But if a human sees you, you have to hold on to it like this. And the Cupid makes these gesturing sounds in front of their hands. But gentle, but not too gentle. Firm, but not too firm. It's the right amount of pressure. Right? You get it? Just
Okay, wait, I need to ask, does Pebble have her mouth back at this point?
let's just do a quick roll. Wait, my tie is over here. Because I think that's a valid question to ask, but oh my goodness, this is getting worse. Woof. Do not, as much as I love my horse's guts do not love me. Anyway, let us roll. So, yes, your mouth is back.
I'm going to grab the heart, look at Amora, and go, well, I bet Amora could tell us how to do that.
I am just going to look over to Pebble and go, I'll teach you later.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's like the one time she's dead quiet.
Like shocked into
Suddenly
silence.
Speechless.
Oh. And the Cupid looks again at the cherub looks at the three again of you again. Remember, firm but soft will keep you safe. And remember, if the humans see you, they might die, and then you might die again, and then the balance will be tipped and not in the lady who is Great's favor. So you'll be screwed. And the cherub kind of like releases like a weird high pitched cackle when they say that. So 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Bye, suckers! And the cherub snaps their fingers, and you all just are like you all are covered in like darkness, and it feels like your eyes are dark. Your eyes are like cemented closed, and a moment of like could feel like 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 lifetimes. Your eyes slowly open again. You hear the sounds of people chatting away. You hear the sounds of bird song. You hear the sounds of perhaps children laughing in the distance. And as your eyes open more firmly, you realize you're in an alleyway. And it looks like you're in a city. And you're all kind of confused. But as you see people walking past this opening of the alleyway you're in, those look like humans.
Oh, son of... I didn't want to come back here.
As soon as I realized that, I'm gonna start laughing again. It's like,
You
I have a question.
idiot! Ah,
Please ask your
freedom at
Do we-
last. She thinks she's going to screw us. She's been screwing with us for 500 years. So what if she doesn't take back balance of power, whatever the hell nonsense that is? I'm screwed. Well, what if she's screwed as well? Then we're all just screwed. I say, and I look at the two of you, how about we just enjoy the time that we have here on Earth before we are all screwed?
No, 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 no. I do not.
That's a lot of screwing.
I do not want to be here on Earth. So, better idea. How about we help the lady, and then with your wish, you could choose to be free of Love Inc. forever. You could choose that. That's a wish. I'm sure she'll grant it. But
Pebble,
I
Pebble,
need to
Pebble,
go
Pebble,
back.
my very naive little comrade. Do you think for 1 second that unholy piece of shit is going to grant me that wish? There is zero chance unless you're, and I point at Saber, the employee of demand. And I wave my hands like in a mock fashion.
Oh, you're like, So back to your question. Is it a question in game or out of game,
That's
Wednesday?
a question out of game.
Please ask.
Do we know what these people look like?
Thank you for asking. That is a good question. So, you don't know exactly, but you feel a pulsing sensation in your chest, and it feels like it's tugging you in a certain direction. That's what you can feel.
Right. Well, Amora, it's not my fault that you don't know how to do your job. I am serving this term just so that I can get out of this body this time. I mean, I enjoyed being a stone. I was quite a useful stone, and now I'm quite a useful demon, and I would like to be a useful something else in my next life.
But listen to me, boss's pet, because that's pretty much all that you are. You are the boss's pet.
Woo!
Okay?
Spice.
You go do you. And you see if they don't happen to, and I do air quotes, slide on another 200 or 500 or some bullshit number years to your servitude there at Love Inc. If you haven't noticed by now, it is a never-ending prison. I am so shocked that you have not realized that by now.
You don't even answer the phones. So how would you know anything about real pain?
Yes,
How would
yes,
you know?
yes. Yes,
As
all the cupids are out there on the lawn. They are, of course, super happy with all of their jobs. They're not striking and doing all of that. There's no need for us to be here, and yet we are. What does that tell you about the work environment back there? It is terrible. It is terrible, and we are now the last and final hope of the great and mystical, whatever high heel woman that was. Honestly, I don't care.
as the two of you are like, as the two of you like are bickering with each other, Pebble still maybe having a mild panic attack about being on Earth. I'm guessing.
I'm actually
Maybe?
I'm staring intensely at Amora, and then I'm gonna go, oh, that's right. I have arms and legs this time. Maybe staying here wouldn't be so bad. Ooh, Amora, wait, Amora, I have a plan. Listen, hear me out. So, if the balance of power tips one way, then she has dominion again, and then the place will stay the same. But if you dislike the place so much, then if we could tip it the other way, like really good, maybe she'll lose dominion and someone else will take over who could be better. And I'm just thinking, if we need to get those two in love to help her, then potentially if we get one of them in love with you instead, then that would be tipping it the other
Scallywags!
way, right?
Wow! I should
Now
have
see,
known better. You
that
guys are
is the kind of out-of-box thinking, Pebble, that company required like 2 million bajillion years ago. You
It's
see
wow.
that
now. You see
it's
now.
that kind of out of box thinking that makes those phone calls rack up. Have you got any idea how many phone calls I have to field every single day for the last 500 years?
But right
I
now
have a
you don't
different
have
question
to.
for you. I have a different question for you. If there were so many phone calls that needed to be addressed, why were the Cupids not addressing them? Why were they needing our help?
As the three
Huh?
of you are bickering, all the three of you are bickering, that pulsing feeling that you feel, Saber, in your chest, it's getting stronger, and you feel almost like your body's tugged forward, and it feels
Oh,
stronger, like you're being pulled forward.
there's
And
something wrong with my heart. There's something wrong with my heart. It hurts so much. I need to
Try
go
squeezing
that
it.
way.
Squeeze it, but not too hard. But like a little hard, but not entirely, like semi hard. Squeeze it semi
I'm
hard.
trying to. I'm trying to like figure out where it is, like this feeling, doing
No,
like
no, 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 no.
squeezing
That is not.
motions.
That is your shoulder.
Saber's trying to figure out where their heart is, and not their like the squeeze in their shoulder.
Yeah,
You
I'm
hear
just
something-
squeezing where this feeling is. I'm like, what is happening? It's
you-
pulling. It's so horrible. I don't understand.
and the three of you hear a familiar voice, each of you in your heads. Hey, assholes! You have one job to do, and one job only. So don't go off track, okay? And don't forget to hear about your little treasony, bastardly, fiendishly, dastardly plan. You
Oh,
dirty,
really?
dirty
What are you going to
succubus.
do? Huh? We're all the way over here. Huh? Huh? Big man? Where are you now? Huh? Huh?
Boy,
Just
I'm
gonna
a
shout
real
at
boy, okay? I'm a damn boy. But that's not the. That doesn't matter, okay? You do your jobs because we have people watching, and they'll watch you. They'll touch you and poke you and hurt you, like watch you. Okay, so if you go off track, they'll do stuff to you. You don't know.
Sure. Oh,
You
sure.
don't know.
We'll go off
Yeah,
track. I promise we'll
yeah.
go off track. Okay, okay. No, that's fine. We'll just, okay. Pebble, do you know where these people are? Let us get on our plan.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
of
walking
course.
off in that direction. I'm like walking off in that direction.
You better follow the employee of the month, Saber, right now, because Saber's the one who feels the pull, and if you follow the pull will send you.
Yes. Thank you for the
let's follow the
information. I'll
employee of
follow
the
the employee of the month. We're all just kind of doing the.
So,
Saber is
as-
not impressed, by the way.
oh yeah, by
Saber
the
is not impressed, yeah, because Saber doesn't actually have a sense of humor.
So like as the three of you are walking out of this alleyway, Saber is just kind of hunched over, holding onto onto his shoulder, and then chest and shoulder and chest. Can you each describe what you would look like as a human? Because you're all,
As a human.
yeah, you're all glamoured.
Do we get to choose what the glamour looks like, or are you just assigning us glamours?
I'm assigning you glamours. You all look human, but I will let you choose your hair
What kind of
color.
human?
Yeah, you can choose what kind of human, but I'm assigning the looks you have. Like choose the hair color and clothing. No, just choose the clothing. You can choose the clothing. I'll describe what you look like.
I'm wearing a suit.
Okay, I'll take suit. So Saber has a suit.
I'm wearing the exact same super tattered green dress that I have been wearing the entire time. So I
Oh
look
my
kind
goodness.
of like some kind of a bush person. And there's still leaves in my hair. It stays there.
Okay.
So knee-high boots, skirt, top, like a short trench coat.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, cool. So, Saber, you're wearing a suit. You look like a tall, very tall, like 6'2" blonde man, but your cheekbones are very high. And if someone were to look a bit too close, you look like you look like you could be Asian, but you're wearing a stunning suit that's fitted to you, super tailored. And your tie seems to match, for whatever reason, a leopard. It's a weird pattern on your tie, but the rest of your suit makes sense. Your beautiful suit makes sense, but you're wearing a leopard print tie. Your hair is perfectly coiffed, and you're wearing glasses. Maybe
To
because
hide the tears. Oh my god. Why does it hurt?
it hurts so bad. What? Isn't there a song like? No, I'm gonna go off track. There's a song like that. I'm thinking like a love song, but anyway. So Pebble, you look like you're wearing this messed up old like raggedy looking green dress. You look like a hag that just came out of the swamp, like a really old lady who may have gone out of the swamp or maybe gone out of a retirement home. You don't look sound of mind, and you're barefoot. Yeah,
Yeah,
and like
that
and like you said,
100% is what I was picturing.
and as you said, there are still leaves in your hair. Old hag, yeah. And last but not least, Amara, you look like a kid who's trying to look like an adult. You look like, strange enough, like you're wearing these amazing thigh-high boots, but they don't really fit you just right. You're wearing the skirts, this amazing trench coat. You look like a lanky 20-something-year-old, but you look like you're not too comfortable in your body, and you're like very lanky. But you know when someone like you over accentuate your hips to try and like make it look like you've got hips, that kind of movement. So you're trying. That's how you look. Like your body does not feel like your normal demonic
Look,
body.
I'm used to like walking on hooves, so these feet is I gotta get used to them again. So over accentuating the hips, Raja.
Mhm. Okay, that's you. So Saber is being kind of hunched over and being pulled in a certain direction. As suddenly you actually realize you Saber you stop and you realize that pain is kind of receding. You look up and you see you're at the storefront. At the front of the storefront it says Raccoon Cafe. Come for a good time and maybe a bandit's time. It's a cute little raccoon cafe. And if you look inside, you can see only two people are seated there. It looks like a young man and a young woman, and they look like they're embracing each other. What do the three of you do?
I think it's them. I'm
Oh,
gonna turn to the other two.
look, they're already in love. We don't need to do
No,
anything.
no. We
Hey.
had a plan. I thought I was making a whole plan, and I was still describing in pretty graphic
Hey, but
detail.
come on. If that was really the couple, do you think we would still be here? No, the job would be done and we would be gone. So, if that couple over there is not the ones, why don't we just encourage what is, how do we say, already there?
Oh, how do we did we get any tips on how to make people di- was you know the thing?
Still got my blanket. I still got my blanket.
Oh, you could
I'm gonna
cover them
pull
with
out a
the
handkerchief
blanket.
out of my pocket, and I'm going to say, "Look, we can use it. It has dual functionality. We can either inspire the kind of love that tears you apart,
Mm-hmm.
or the kind of love that lies."
That
Wait,
is that
no,
not the
that is
same?
both like, there's, there's, there's no opposite there. There's the same thing, just
It's
said
not
two different
big
ways.
enough. to be a snuggle buddy.
Hey, assholes! I told you you had one! And that same voice, like, it seems like, think of when you listen to something on your headphones and it's like a high pitch, like it's screeching in your ears, like it's got a weird reverb or something. Assholes, I told you to focus on the plan. Don't defer them, don't deter them, don't make them not love each other. But wait, who is that? And then, Pebble, you suddenly feel like someone's holding your head and it moves your head, turn to face the inside the store. It almost feels like someone's holding your head and using your eyes to look. Ah, okay, I see. So the guy, that's who you want, but the girl, get rid of her. She's not the one you want.
Get rid of her. I know how to do that.
I'm just gonna.
I have sharpened many a knife in my day. I'm also gonna follow after.
Yeah, we've been
I'm
given it.
also gonna like charge in there after Pebble because
So Amara, you're following Pebble and Saber. Saber, you're going in. Like probably please roll a d20 for me.
I'm yeah. Oh geez, 19 again. Sure.
What the? Okay. As you reach, you're thinking about, like, you sharpen many a knife. You reach into your back and you pull out a butcher's knife, and you think, oh, that is handy. And you realize you have a brace along your back that holds that knife, that big butcher's knife. And you're kind of surprised, but also impressed with your body that it's so resourceful.
It works. This body works.
And
I'm holding the knife up. I haven't hidden it or anything. I'm just walking into this raccoon cafe like, oh my gosh, like hallelujah, it works.
as soon as we walk into the shop and Saber pulls out this butcher knife, my eyes are gonna go like wide for a little bit. I'm gonna take a quick glance along the store just to see if anybody noticed the knife, and then I'm going to turn to Saber and say, no. You see, the kitchen is back there. The knife, you need to take it there to the chef. They've got some cutting to do for the steak for later. You cannot use it here in front of the customers. So please, shoo, go.
So Amara, please roll d20 for me.
We need to use the knife to get rid of the girl, though. I'm just gonna point.
And I'm going to be nodding like dumbly, like that's what I thought it was for. Like, what do you mean I have a job in the kitchen?
So Amara, Lena, what was your d20 roll?
I rolled a 19 as well.
Okay, that actually works because you're able to. One, you notice two things. One, there is a slightly panicked person working at the reception desk of this raccoon cafe, and the raccoons have all shifted to one corner because they're sensing there's some danger of the non-human type. They can sense your vibes are off, and they're very not human. So they're like, as animals do, they can just pick up that there's something very wrong in their surroundings. And two, you think you've convinced Saber, but Saber, please roll a contested roll for me, just another d20. Let's see if
14. I'm going to like sheepishly wander off to the kitchen because I'm very confused now.
Yeah, you're looking at your knife and you look at Amora, you look at your knife, you look at Amora, and you're walking towards the kitchen. What you assume is a kitchen because you don't know what cafes look like. Because you've been out of the game.
I didn't have eyes, man. My last life, I didn't have eyes, so I don't know what they look like.
Yeah, so Amora was confidently said, go to the kitchen, and you don't know where the kitchen is, but you're like, yeah, I'll find that kitchen. And you're walking you look dazed. The knife is still in your hand. And it's like,
I haven't put it down. I'm still holding it like out, like
it's still out. So, and as you look around for the kitchen, you think you see a kitchen past down the hallway, but to get to the hallway, you have to get past that couple. So you're walking confused, dazed, but you're walking towards what you think is a kitchen. But for the couple, those two humans in front of you, it looks like a man who looks dazed and crazed and seriously dangerous is walking towards him with a knife.
Oh,
Pebble,
wow.
Amora, you hear a scream, like a high-pitched, "Ah!" Oh my god, I swear, I don't even know him. He's like a brother to me. And the woman who is with the man runs. She like runs away. Like it was a petite little blonde thing, and she's just super scared. She thinks she's running away from you, but she gets confused by the raccoons, and she's like running in circles in panic within the cafe where you are.
I'm just gonna
I don't know anything. I swear.
grab
I'm a good
onto
girl.
her. As she comes past, in one of the circles, I'm gonna grab onto her. Wait, stop, my dear. No. It is okay. It is no. And I'm gonna gently just massage her shoulders as I hold her, and I go, "It is fine. It is no problem. I had just sent the bad man away to the kitchen so he does not harm anybody. You can continue with your date. See, he's a lovely gentleman." I'm just gonna point to the man there. "And you are looking like such a lovely couple. Please, enjoy yourself."
Pebble, please roll a d6 for me.
I rolled a 1.
Oh damn! Your hands feel suddenly like they should be grabbing onto something, and you realize they should be grabbing onto something soft, but not too soft.
I'm immediately
Hard.
gonna hop on Amora. That's what I'm doing. I'm grabbing onto her.
Okay, what part of her are you grabbing onto? Just to be clear,
This
like
should
you
be
just gotta...
obvious. Come on.
Okay, so you think like you feel this heavy. Okay, I'll allow it. Like you feel this heavy weight, like the stone, that heart stone that you had in your hand, in your pocket. It's in your swamp lady pocket of your dress, because it's a... Even though you're a swamp lady, you have a dress with pockets, which
Of
is like
course. You need a
top
dress
tier.
with pockets.
All swamp ladies have dresses with pockets, man.
Right.
course.
I feel like pockets are essential,
Yeah.
but in that in your pocket, you feel a heavy weight of that stone that the cherub gave you, but you like. You make this gesture and sound like, yeah, hard but not too hard, soft but not too soft, and you just go straight for Amora, and you grab onto Amora's chest, and you're like whispering to yourself, hard but not too hard, soft but not too soft.
That's 100% what she's doing.
And as Amora is trying to convince this little young lady that everything's fine, it's all fine, Amora, you see that Pebble's face is shifting a little bit. It's looking less old lady, looking more like the Pebble you know. Pebble, as you keep grabbing on, the chest you're grabbing onto is feeling like more and more juicy. It's like almost as if it's like, because Amora has always been very bountiful, and this body that she's in is a bit on the lankier side, but it feels like it's getting more and more bountiful. You're like, oh, that's feeling more familiar in your mind.
I think
And
this is working. Am I doing this right?
And Saber, you're watching the fact that the two of them are going back into the demonic form, which means you're probably going to a demonic form. So maybe all bets are off.
I'm gonna throw the knife. I'm gonna throw the knife.
Where are you aiming the knife at?
I'm gonna aim the knife at the offending character.
Okay.
I understand that we're not meant to be murder hobos, but
Mhm.
guys, in a sec, my body's gonna stop working.
So you're like, well,
I'm not gonna throw it with deadly aim. Let's put it that way. Like they
Ooh.
didn't say we were supposed to murder the people.
mhm.
So you're
Fair.
checking
Just say
at the
get rid
women
of her.
right next to Amora and Pebble, basically.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
That's it. Because you guys won't die.
Probably.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Don't cry.
The logic is sound. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So as Saber throws the knife at that little blonde girl who's running in circles, it catches her in the shoulder, and the
Oh my
knife goes
goodness.
right through her shoulder. But also, Amora, you
I'm
feel
a
like,
murderer.
I mean, like, what? Who needs a shoulder? Just a little clavicle. It's just a scratch. Maybe.
Flesh wound.
Yeah, it's just a flesh wound. But then, and because she's so small, and you thought you weren't, throwing with like serious aim and accuracy, and you weren't trying to be fierce, but your body is stronger than your demonic body, so you thought you were doing a weak throw, but it was full force. Momentum was put into that, and actually, Amora, you feel like that girl was pushed into you, and you feel a little prick into your. You're quite tall into your side because that knife that Saber threw, it went through the girl's, like, part of it is still lodged into the girl's shoulder, but the back of it's piercing out of her, the back of her scapula, and it's like almost just bing, poked right onto your rib. It's not piercing skin, but like you can feel like it, if there's more force behind it, it could have gone through two people instead of just one. So, you know.
Yeah, I am going to firstly just swipe my hand at Pebble to dislodge her. Then I'm going
It's the
to
most
reach
important
over this woman that is now got a knife embedded in her. I'm going to yank the knife out in front of her, and I'm going to look in utter disgust at Saber, and I'm going to say, "Really, really, you had to throw the knife," and I'm going to throw the knife back at Saber.
What?
You're so chaotic. Oh my. Okay. You know what? I'm allowing it, but like as you pull out of the girl, there's blood spraying everywhere. There's screaming now. Like it sounds like chittering screaming, like from an animal screaming. The raccoons are losing their minds. So there's raccoons running around you now. The little girl, that young lady the blonde one that you thought you were gonna save, and maybe seduce the guy, but now is no longer useful because she's bleeding out. She drops down. Completely drops down. And Saber, I need you to roll we'll just do a flat d20 to see if you're able to duck or not.
Nope. I rolled a 3.
Ooh,
Shot in the heart, and you're to blame.
So chat is like, you never removed the thing! In all caps, you never removed the thing! So, Amora, that was your first mistake.
Before. Like, Chad should have warned us before we took the knife out.
Was it a mistake? I don't think it was a mistake.
You was like out for blood last night. You're just like, well, we all look demonic. Let's just like start hacking up bodies. But Saber,
in all fairness, I wasn't the one that a knife got tossed at. So, well, I was, and not. But at the same time, no.
Okay, so you just threw it at Saber. Saber, you are still kind of standing because you're still shocked. Your aim was true. Like you're like, wow, this body is so nice and strong. And then as you're saying this body is so nice and strong, you're like look at your hand, and the knife goes right through the palm of your hand, and that's kind of like ricochets, pulls you back. But thankfully, like you were never human. It's just a body. You don't feel the pain. You just see that your hand now has that same knife that you threw is in your hand. It looks kind of gruesome, but you don't feel it.
I'm going to say thank you for returning my possession, Amore. But look. Cupid told us to get rid of her.
Yes.
I mean,
announce that to the world. Thank you.
Technically, now we've got rid of her, which means and I'm going to like gesture towards the guy if he's still around. He's probably in shock. I'm going to use the hand that has the knife in it to gesture toward him, like, now we can reunite him with his true love.
Why didn't you just throw the knife at him as well? It seems to be what you're wanting to do today.
Wait, and you hear this like this really deep. I can't do a baritone, but this really deep voice. Wait now. I don't know what you are, but I don't want any trouble.
Oh, don't worry.
I've never seen something so ornate. These are really great costumes, guys. But I'm not one to see things. I'm not even here. And he's like, he has his hands up, placating, and he's walking backwards. And you can see he's trying to.
Sir, I need you to calm down. We're professionals, so please calm down. And guys, I remember what to do. and then I'm gonna take out the heart and like squeeze it in his direction. She's gonna like whip it up, hold it as far from my body as possible, and then squeeze it.
When you start talking, like his face kind of dropped. He's like, he looks sick. He's like, it has a. How many mouths do you have? Oh. He's just like, because your shape is just keeps on shifting. You're like, how many mouths do you have? And as you start squeezing, and you realize as the more you squeeze, firm, not too firm, soft but not too soft, just right. You look at your own body, and you're back to your human forms. That's what they're for. They're meant to make you glamorous, guys.
And then, super proud of myself, I'm gonna turn around, put it back in my pocket, and say, "See, I fixed it."
As Pebble turns to Amora and also to Saber, you've noticed that they're all back to their human forms.
I'm
and the
going to
man,
say, excellent, and put my hands on my hips with the completely
knife
forgetting
still
the
in
knife
it.
is still in my hand. Yeah,
wow,
I feel it anyway. So
you're just like unbothered. And the man who's like backing away, the man who you're supposed to focusing on, Sia, he pauses. He's like, I can't die like this without saying goodbye to her. And he drops his hands. He turns around and he runs. He's just running.
God damn it!
By the way, there's still some raccoons. There's still raccoons on the
Really?
floor walking between your legs, just to add some flavor.
maybe this is it.
I don't
Maybe
think
this
that's
is how
anything.
cupids work.
There goes the man that we were supposed to get to fall in love with me. What are you doing?
Wait,
You
wait,
scared the man
okay,
away.
But I have a new plan.
Yes,
Hear me out.
but we got rid of the girl.
I'm gonna look down. She's still bleeding out. Yeah, give it a couple of more minutes. She'll be.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about 2 minutes away.
And as the girl's like, she's just bleeding out. The raccoons are like, they seem to be like showing interest in her. Like one is sniffing at her around her, one is like licking along her neck. They look like they have intentions, but they're cute. But
I'm just gonna look down and say,
they're also they're cute and they're fuzzy, and they're raccoons.
make that 1 minute. That raccoon looks a little hungry.
Wait. Okay, but before anything happens, and like while Pebble is talking, she's starting to gather raccoons into her arms, like picking them off the girl who's bleeding out. And she's just piling them up. You just see little faces. And she's
Covered in red. All their cute faces are covered in red.
Okay, hear me out. We don't need to get him to fall in love with you if he's dead. I mean, we could just do to him what we did to her, and then the
I
problem
tried
solves
to do
itself.
that and told Saber to throw the knife, but then no, Saber, I'm gonna throw the knife. And look, now you're sitting with a bunch of bloody raccoons in your. Wait,
It was an
fuzzy
I'm
accident.
gonna look down at the.
You know what? That
You-
was an accident. And I'm going to look down at the girl who's bleeding out on the floor, and I'm going to take out my handkerchief, which is the dual function blankie. I'm going to take out the handkerchief, and I'm going to put it over her wound and say, "There now."
You say like, shh. No,
Yeah.
like, shh, no words, no pain now.
Yes.
It's okay. They're
It's
here.
okay. I've put it over the knife wound, and then I'm going to say, "And if you have any complaints, please dial this number." And I'm going to write the number down,
I'm gonna
like on her arm, like I'm writing it on her arm, like the number to dial for complaints.
I'm gonna
I'm
while
gonna say,
watching this, I'm gonna bury my
We're
face.
open 24/7. Don't you worry. Love Inc. will take your complaints. We take everything we do seriously. We are professionals.
You hear a gurgling sound in response. That's all you hear.
So while you're doing all of that, I've got like a bundle of raccoons in my arms. I'm gonna like bury my face in them and then just squeeze them all together, and they're all gonna kind of squeal at the same time while I just hug them tight.
So as Pebble's having a cute little a cute cuddle, Amora, Saber, what do you? Okay, Saber, you've done your PR work. You've
Yes.
got
I'm
a gist of
helping.
what the Cupids are doing. You're
I'm
like, yeah, this is how you.
helping. Yeah, this is how Cupids work. They make a mistake, then they give out our phone number.
Yeah. So you're like, this is how the job is done, of course, and
Yeah.
you feel like super accomplished. Amara, you see Pebble in her human form, old hag, holding on to like a bundle of bandit raccoons with bloody mouths. So cute, but also gruesome, grisly and gruesome. And you see Saber lean over in this immaculate form of a man, a human man, but just, talking that PR corporate talk about how, I know you're dying, but it's not really our problem. But if it is your problem and our problem, then you can call this number. But listen, it's not really our problem. And you you can almost hear like it sounds like Saber is like super convinced, like, yeah, and like maybe you just walked into the knife and things do happen, and life is so short and you're human, so it's so fickle, and who really needs that? Oh, I love that. So Chat's like, I'm gonna hug them and squeeze them and love them.
Yeah. Like
That's Pebble
what's
right
it?
now.
Elmira. That's it, Elmira.
Yeah, I love it. It's
These
cute
are
all
my
the way.
raccoons. I'm keeping them.
That's awesome.
So I'm gonna look over at Pebble, and I'm gonna squint a little bit at you, looking at the raccoons you're hugging, and the one is like scrambling to get loose out of your freaking embrace. And I'm gonna go like, oddly that suits you. It is
It's
a
so good to
little
have
weird, to be
arms.
honest.
I'm so glad I
Um,
did this. I mean, I know we had to work for 500 years, but I'm so glad I got us here.
Yes, that is wonderful. I'm going to look at Saber and say, Saber, just, whatever, you threw the knife, you killed the woman, she's dying, and you just leave the phone number. Where is the thing with the thing? You led us here, so lead us to the guy.
So before you continue, while you're ranting, I'd like to have Saber and Amora please roll d20s for me.
Nah, come on. I was just gonna slip it in there now.
No? You said
17.
it?
Just to let it go.
Okay.
9.
17.
And 9?
Yes, 9.
9, 9, 9. Okay, you got 9. And then, so, Amora, you're still just focusing on the fact that that raccoon looks surprisingly cute. All the raccoons look surprisingly cute all over Pebble's body. But, Saber, you pause and you realize, why did Pebble say, I'm glad I got us here? The wording sounded a bit too forced, and you latch onto that wording, you think, Pebble's definitely hiding something. That was weird even for Pebble. Now you're on high alert.
Yeah.
Didn't do
I'm going
nothing.
to turn away from the dying woman and I'm going to say, one moment, please, ma'am. I'm going to turn to Mabel. And I'm going to say, look, and I'm going to raise my hand again, the one with the knife in it.
Oh yeah, like let's do this. Like this.
Yeah, I'm going to raise my hand again, the one with the knife in it, and say, look, I need you to tell me exactly what it is we were supposed to do here. Because right now, I may have killed a human. I mean, I understand that I am currently a demon, but I don't think that the laws of the universe allow us to just run around willy-nilly killing humans.
What?
For balance or not.
I don't know. It's just great to have arms again, don't you think? Like, yeah, okay, you killed someone, but I mean, you could do that. You could throw a knife. Do you know how many centuries? I mean, it's not always possible to throw a knife depending on where you are. So I'm just saying it's worth being here. And I'm glad we did this. And look at how cute and fuzzy they are. Just gonna bury my face in the raccoons again.
I need you to roll a d20 just to see how convincing you are. How strong is this performance of yours, Pebble?
Working super hard here. Come on.
Yeah.
The 5. Come on, game.
Ooh, the dice have spoken. As
Something you are not telling me.
Yes, Pebble keeps on ranting and like gripping tighter onto these on the raccoons, and like look, like her eyes start
The
shifting
one-
around.
one raccoon
Clearly
is, like,
panicked.
eyes are like popping out a little bit. He's like,
Like,
Starting to squeal and try and scrabble out of my grasp, but I'm just clinging to them.
because you're getting more and more panic. Like as you're getting more panic, you're holding on to them like for more comfort. So Pebble, you realize that like Saber still has a knife in hand, literally in hand.
We should chase that guy because we still need to get rid of him if for the thing we had a plan, so we should go do that.
No, we don't have to get rid of him. We need him to reunite with Julia.
Yeah, but you killed her, so we can kill him too, and then they're both gone.
No, that's not Julia.
What did you?
Wait, how
ask
do you
her?
know this is not Julia? She looks like a Julia. I'm just gonna squint down at
I'm
the.
going to go.
Yeah,
Excuse
definitely
me,
looks
ma'am.
like a Julia.
Is your name Julia?
And you still like you hear it gurgling. It's like, why?
I'm-
Me? Why me? Why me?
Oh,
He was
because
just a
you're
friend.
obviously not Julia.
What? Who's Julia? And her head drops again.
These humans, they die so easily. You know, when you're a stone, you don't die.
Yeah, that's horrible. You have to just lie there, and people do gross things in a river. It's terrible being a stone.
No,
kinda is.
it is not terrible being a stone. If you are a wet stone, you have purpose.
Well, I didn't have. I mean, I was a marker. I didn't have. That we should chase after him.
And by the way, Saber, you still know that Pebble's hiding something. I just want to make that.
Of course I do, but we have to find him. I'm going to say,
Yes.
excuse me, ma'am, we have to go. And then I'm going to exit the raccoon cafe.
Okay. As we walk out, I'm just gonna mumble to Pepper. Okay. So, going to find this guy, and we're going to make him fall in love with me. Or we're going to kill him. One of the two. Jess?
Yeah, whichever's easiest.
Good. Where is Saber going?
Pebble, please roll d20 for me.
I'm heading off in the direction of the pool.
10.
I'm assuming that it would still kind of work.
Yeah. So Pebble, you rolled a 10. You realize that the scratching got really uncomfortable, and you kind of like move your hands just to readjust the raccoons, but they all have dropped from your hold, and they
fall.
and they have dispersed. Like they're outside the cafe.
I'm gonna grab one of them. But okay, so just out of character, like I had this teddy that was like 7 times my size as a kid, and I used to always grab it with my sharp little nails by the neck to carry it around because that's the only way I could carry it. And eventually the head popped off because, sharp little nails. So I'm pretty much gonna grab one of the raccoons like that, just like this super tight grip, and carry it with me as we go while the rest scatter.
I'm gonna say you carry it by the scruff of the neck, but so chat and anyone who's listening, I'm a big animal fan. I love animals, and raccoons are one of my favorite animals. So I'm gonna say you try to get a good hold on the scruff of the raccoon's neck, and then again, this raccoon's feisty. It will scrap at you, and it's able to dislodge from your hold to run away as well.
Boom.
So you were able to hold on to that one raccoon for a little bit until it decided.
Boom.
I don't know where this is going, but the raccoon's like, it doesn't end well. It can still smell like you're not. I can almost still smell the brimstone off your body. It knows you're not from a good place.
True.
Ooh.
I'm a demon.
Yeah, chat's like, I'm wondering what Teddy does in rivers. Yeah, that comment about rivers. People do nasty things in rivers. Do tell us more, Teddy.
You learn a whole lot living in George, trust me.
Oh. Small towns, people do stuff.
Every year with the holiday season, with all the people flocking here, the beaches get closed because people literally do their business upstream, and all the beaches are infected. And then every year it's like, oh, you can't go to the beach because all the non-locals are here. Yeah.
Ew. That's nasty. So that's gross. So. Yes?
Please notice how our cannibal queen had no issues with us letting somebody bleed out, but was gung-ho about let's protect the raccoons.
I know, right? Like, what is this?
A raccoon is innocent. I love a good raccoon.
I agree with that. And that girl was like, we're just friends.
For the
Then
record,
why the guy run so fast, man?
like in real life, I'm super like protective of animals, really, so much so
Yeah.
that I can't kill insects because I feel bad for them. It's just
Mhm.
in a game,
Oh,
you
that's so
can kind of do
cute.
what you want.
Yeah.
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 Now Teddy is chaotic, but still Teddy. So yeah, we do not condone animal abuse or violence. When it comes to human abuse, that's negotiable. We can talk.
Yeah, I mean, some people
We
are
could.
like assholes, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's negotiable. That we could
Oh,
talk
wow.
about that. So Saber, you feel the pull, but now also strange enough, Amara, you feel this burning sensation in your chest as well now. You thought that maybe Saber had some indigestion, but you feel it now. It's like you thought you maybe had heartburn or something, but you feel this weird pulling sensation. It feels like your chest is trying to pull you in a direction versus your legs. So you both feel that pull us in the same direction. Pebble, you're looking
I'm
for that
wondering,
raccoon.
as a succubus,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Would I actually recognize what that poo represents?
Oh. Actually, that's a good
interesting.
question. Please, yeah, I like that question. Please roll d20 with advantage. Because I think that's a good question.
16.
Okay. So you, as a succubus, you know how to mimic what humans want. Some humans want just the thrill of the chase. It's just lust. But some humans want to feel like you love them. They so you mimic what you think they want. You know how a human's perception of love is. So that pull you feel, it feels like a pure version of what you mimic.
Ah. Oh, I see how this is supposed to work. Thank you for giving me extra tools. Appreciate you, Cupid. I'm going to start following the pool. It's this way.
Oh dear.
Okay, and so because both Saber and Amara are walking, feeling that pull. Pebble, you're still looking for your marbles and your raccoons, but are you gonna follow them? What are you gonna do?
Just gonna
You
stand
can.
there a little desolate, be like, come back. And then when they don't return to me, I'll like very dejectedly, like head hanging, it's like kind of dragging my feet so it makes that irritating noise and just like trail after the other two very slowly.
Yeah, unfortunately, the raccoons had their own lives to live, but if it gives you comfort, they have a very happy life. Very long, very bountiful, lots of trash, lots of, mischief. The best
The
trash
best
panda time.
life, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So they left you, but they left you for greener pastures and maybe trashier ones, but good times. So Amara and Saber, you both feel this pull in the same direction, and you're walking through the city. It's strange to see the fact that there's so much life around you. It feels jarring compared to the life in the cubicle you've had. Well, not even life, that non-life you've had in the cubicle, Saber. It's weird that humans have been living their lives as is, and you're also a bit suspicious. Where are these phone calls coming from? They all look too happy, and and the more you look around and you see some familiar faces, you're like, oh yeah, that one summoned me not too long ago. That one is a regular. You're in your element because you actually interact with humans and other entities quite often, so you don't feel so disjointed from the humans around you.
I'm super tempted to just go like, hey Bob, hi Jim. Just walking through the street.
And you're still in your human form, so you're over accentuating your lanky hips. You're like, yeah,
Yep.
I still got it, and you're just like enjoying yourself while looking at all of them. You're having the best time. And Pebble, I'm gonna say you kind of catch up with them. Are you walking in step with them, or are you gonna?
I'm
You'll
trailing
trail behind them.
But yeah, I'm So I'm not quite catching up. I'm just trailing after, sadly.
So you're trailing after them. Okay, cool. So Amora and Saber, you feel this pull, and you're walking through this looks like a normal town, and it looks like the areas, the surroundings are getting more and more lush. It almost looks like a park of some sort. It looks absolutely, yeah, it looks beautiful. Actually, like it looks super lush. It looks like something you think of like something like Central Park or something like along those lines, like an amazing, beautiful, sprawling park. Lots of people, the warm weather. People are out enjoying the weather. The people picnicking and whatnot. And your pull brings you to a fountain. Just a small little fountain, not too big, maybe the size of the space surrounding you. And there is a young woman seated by the lip of the fountain, looking into the water, and she looks a bit dejected. The pull has brought you to her.
It's Julia.
You say that out loud?
Yes.
This is the one we need to get rid of.
No, this is not the one we have to get rid of. You have the assignment incorrect. We had to get rid of the other one.
Oh, no. You threw the knife at the other one for no reason other than we trying to go into our demonic forms. This is the one that we needed to get rid of.
No. I succinctly remember Cupid say, get rid of her, when we were at that cafe with the animals.
911? Yeah, there's some really suspicious activity, and I don't feel safe. And like Julia has heard you talking very loudly about knives and getting rid of people, and it's her. And she heard you say her name. She's on her cell phone, and she's trying to make herself look as small as possible, but she's trying to
look at this. Look at what you just did. Now she's going to call the pathetic semblance of authority that these earthlings have.
What? She's going to call customer services?
Oh yes, Mr. Employee of the Month. They're going to call the dreaded customer services.
And you hear the same voice, Employee of the Month, Saber! Now go get that human! Get that human!
Oh,
Get that human!
we have to
See,
get her.
I told you we have to get rid of that human.
Hey,
That's the other human! They're meant to be in love! Don't get her with the other human! Why is
We
doing
have
so
to get her
stupid?
and the other human together. Okay.
They're meant to be in love!
Okay, wait, hang on.
We can
When
make
they're
it
in love,
eternal
get
love.
rid of them together. Or
And yes, their love will be eternal in death.
oh, it's a tragedy. So they're in love.
I'm
and if we
very good
kill
at
them,
tragedies.
Then they're
I-
like
Yes, yes.
star-crossed
I
lovers.
There was
handled
that
the Romeo and
human, right?
Juliet
There was
case.
that human
It
called
was
William
me.
Shakespeare.
I handled that
Brilliant.
case. I handled the
Tragic.
Romeo and Juliet case.
Okay,
I was there
Perfect.
on the
Perfect.
side of the phone. I picked up that call. It was actually an accident.
So important question.
Causing complete misunderstanding.
So you mean we must make it look like an accident? That makes it so much more complicated.
But I already used the blanket to cover the other accident.
Wow.
Oh, you see, you had to save the accident for this one. What are you thinking? How
And you
did you
hear-
get Employee of the Month? It just doesn't make sense.
And you hear running sounds now, like, she's like, you hear a voice, Julia says, fuck it, and she just runs. She's booking it now.
So I just want to ask.
I'm
a
going to
question.
shout. Okay, go on. Yeah, go
Are
for it.
there any like large-ish rocks in the area? Like
Are you
hand
gonna,
cells?
like, bludgeon her? What the fudge? Wow. Okay, roll a d20 for me. It's gonna be a high check. A high check. Don't be doing any funny business.
Oh my god, guys, we are bad at Valentine's Day.
I rolled a 15.
Oh my god. Oh. Yes, you find some big, big boulders. You see massive boulders.
Oh wow, you're
Triply
swinging
big
it that
boulders.
way, huh, DM?
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
You were looking for rocks. You found the biggest rocks, the biggest cojones you've
Okay,
ever seen.
okay.
Big rocks.
I'm gonna look at them and then go, well, it's too bad those are so big because my one use is a rock when I was alive. That's why I was called the red sparkly rock because that's how you grab a rock and you kind of beat someone until they. I just feel like that's a great solution to the problem.
Which problem? The problem we're going to have with the boss when we fail? Or the problem of
She won't
creating
be
this
the
tragedy?
boss.
Now
She won't
I
be the boss if we
understand
fail.
why it is supposed to be such a powerful love, because it is based in tragedy. This is why we have this job, because I am best at tragedy. Best.
Wow.
You see, I was just
We need
trying
to
to
put them
help you
together
reach your
first, though.
potential.
They have to be
Wow.
together first. We cannot do anything until they are together, because they must experience the greatest love of all time before the tragedy. Otherwise, it's not tragic love.
Kill them at the same
Wow.
time, and then if they're looking at each other,
We
maybe
need
there
to
will be
make
some
sure
love, and
that
then they'll
they're
die.
in love first. No.
Okay, wait.
It's
So,
a
are
full
you
human
saying
emotion. Ask the succubus.
You want to kill the people you're meant to save and unite
Not
in love. Okay.
necessarily kill them. Just make it a
Unite them.
tragedy.
Okay.
We're reuniting them. First, they must experience the love. We
We're
cannot do
just
anything.
making it a tragedy. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. Totes.
helping.
Totes. You are so healthy. I am so not scared at all.
That is the greatest love of all. I'm going to shout, wait! Julia, wait! He loves you, he really does! What's his name again? Quickly!
Yeah.
his name is Sia?
Tim.
Oh, Sia loves you. He really loves you, Julia, wait! It's real love, true love, love that stands the test of time. Come what may, kind of, I'm sitting on my rooftop writing lyrics, love. It's that kind of love. And we got rid of the other woman.
And suddenly
Yes, we threw her with a knife.
suddenly the running sound the sound of Julia running away is kind of you hear a skidding sound. Wait. And she's still a good for like at least 50 feet away from you, but she turns when you say you got rid of the other one. You got rid of that bitch? Really?
Oh, Jess, the one that he
She's
was
not a good
cheating on you
person.
with. That one.
Oh, is that what was happening? I didn't know that. I was convinced when she said she was a friend, which is why I gave her the customer services number. So many misunderstandings happen these days.
So you see, we were actually doing your... But, the real... out of character. The people who were just talking about murder and shit that she called 911 on is telling her that she has to be with her true love.
I mean, like,
Sure, that's so convincing.
like super convincing, but the fact you got rid of the other woman is like has slowed her roll a little bit.
I totally understand her. I'm going through a time. She's going through a time, man. I get it. Like, I would stop and listen. I would just stop and listen for 5 seconds.
She just called 911 because she's afraid we're gonna kill her. And then we openly admit to killing someone else, and she's like, okay, but I didn't like that person, so this is fine.
This is
Yeah. I mean, if someone says, "Oh, I murdered someone," you're like, "Oh, that's terrible." But if someone says, "I
that
murdered
couple
you,"
is
it's like, "Oh, that's worse."
messed up.
It is. It's very messed up.
It's super messed up.
And story is like the weirdest.
That's some
love story.
Joker Harley's things right there, guys.
Guys, I'm so sorry. Dum Dum Die is not very good at love, as you can see.
We're fighting sometimes.
Valentine one shot ever.
I had a very clear idea of love, wholesome, fluffy, rainbows and ponies, and we're
getting there. They need to experience
We'll
that.
get
We're
there.
trying to get them together.
Yeah.
She must just wait. She must slow her roll.
Yeah, no. So she's slowed down, and she's
See, we're
she
getting
paused.
that. We're getting there in a demonic sort of way.
I mean, yeah, it was my fault for making you guys demons. You guys are just playing to your
Yeah.
to your characters. I did too well. So, chat, if you ever have a one shot where you make people demons, maybe think about it. You know,
Yeah, think about it
Consider
first.
it first.
I was thinking like cute demons. Like bumbling demons, but like you guys are demon demons.
We're plenty bumbling. We are plenty bumbling, and Pebble
Yeah.
is quite cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're still on brand. We're still on track. It's okay. And Julia says, like, you hear her say that, oh, you got rid of that bitch. And she pauses. But if you got rid of her, no, what will you do to me? And she starts running away again. I can't, I love him, but I can't risk my life.
You.
I'm just gonna yell after her.
Anything.
You cannot run away. I can always find you.
So mean.
And she takes like 20 points of psychic damage when she runs away. Wow, that's so bad. Can you imagine? Someone's like, don't worry, I can find you.
You can keep running, sure, but
Oh wow! And cue that song by the Police. Every step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you.
Absolutely, wow. This is the best. We're actually playing a horror tonight, guys.
Wow.
Yes, it's a Valentine's
Yeah.
one shot, but it's a horror.
Yeah.
This is worse. This is worse than the first Valentine's one shot that Dum Dum Die ran. This is worse than the first one, and that one was like full on like action, lots of violence, blah blah blah. This takes the head off that, like totally.
I mean, I must say thank you for a very big question mark. So you realize you've lost Julia, and Pebble, you kind of like looking at Julia, and you look at Amora and Saber, and you're like a bit frustrated, but then you feel this weird pulling in your chest as now all of a sudden you feel this pull, and it feels like it's pulling you in a certain direction. Do you tell the others? Do you say anything? Maybe. Oh wait, but actually, before you answer the pull or not. This whole humdrum that you did in a very populated place like a park with people enjoying the sunshine. There are a lot of people looking at you. People on their phones with their cameras out. Like you see people looking right now, like they're clearly aiming their. Oh, where's my camera? They're clearly holding their phones, recording what they just watched. There are people on the phone panicking, trying to call the authorities as well. And
Am I the only one feeling the pull?
you're the only one feeling the pull, but while you're feeling that pull, Saber, I need you to roll a d6. Someone needs to roll a d6 for Saber.
Yeah, please roll a d6 for me.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Go for it.
it's okay. It's okay.
6.
Sorry,
Ooh.
guys.
No problem. So as you felt that pull, you kind of panicked and you thought maybe it's your human form. You looked at your hands; they look like they're kind of shifting for a moment, but you realize, nope, the glamour's still holding. So as much as you have all this human attention, thankfully, you still all look human, which is, great.
Guys,
Maybe?
I think I understand the task now because it was explained to us so clearly by Saber. So I might know where he is. I suggest we should split up and then we can meet back here with the both of them together and then get them to fall in love and afterwards turn this into a tragedy. Just to help the boss. So Saber,
I'm not helping that woman.
So Saber, if you get the woman,
Or how
because
did she
Amora-
say? She said it
Amora.
so succinctly. I'm not helping that bitch.
Amora, shut up. So Saber, if you would go after the woman because Amora doesn't like her, then we'll go after the guy because we like him, and we'll meet you back here.
Oh, sure. I'll go after the woman.
No, Amora, you're coming with me to the guy.
No. I get the proof for the woman. I know where she is.
Okay.
As you
You go for the woman and we'll go for the guy then.
Sure.
As
Sure.
as you
I'll
s-
go for
as
the
you
woman.
as you say that, Amora, as you say like, oh, I'll go for the woman. I know where she is. You realize that that pull that you had in your chest is gone. You don't feel it.
Well, they don't know that.
No,
Yeah, we
no,
don't know
no.
that.
True. And Saber, the same for you. You no longer feel a pull in your chest either. You don't have any homing device, and you don't know where they are as well. You don't. Neither of you share it. Okay. You don't want to share this information.
I don't. I'm straightforward gonna say. I don't feel anything.
Well, then you can
I'm
come with me.
empty. I don't feel anything. I'm just empty. And now I'm gonna have a sulk with my hand that still has the knife in it. So I'm gonna put it on my forehead.
Well,
With all these people watching you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a sulk because I can't do my job without the pool. Now
And
I
you hear,
get my wish. Now I can't go see the sunset, and I don't get to be a stone again.
and you hear sirens in the distance. They're getting louder. Wee, ooh, wee, ooh,
I'm just gonna start walking off in
ooh.
the direction that Julia walked or ran off on.
I'll grab Saber by the knife hand and walk in the direction of the pool.
The knife hand. Wow. Okay. Okay. Great. All right. So because people are watching you, are you just walking comfortably? No rush whatsoever.
Well, how
Well,
fast
I'm
can I
going at
drag
the
Saber?
speed that Pebble is going. I'm going at the speed that Pebble is going. I'm looking at her with eyes filled with gratitude.
Okay. Pebble, how slow or fast are you going?
I'm going as fast as Saber can move because I don't know how. Is Saber still shuffling or are we actually moving at a decent pace?
Saber's is still as in a human form, like a very healthy, strong,
Yeah.
Okay, so
strong,
it's not
healthy
just
form.
like an illusionary glamour. We can actually.
No, like you've got the build and the abilities of the form you're in. It just so happens that it seems like Saber locked out of the strongest and most capable body.
Fair enough.
I'm
So
employee
yeah,
of the month.
we'll start. We'll just run.
Employee of the month, Saber.
We'll run away with a knife between us.
Okay. Cool. We're running away. Run away.
Yeah, I'm just strolling. I'm just strolling in the direction
Casual.
that Julian just really chilling, walking away.
Cool as a cucumber. Amora is as unbothered. You just like moving your hips still in non-rhythm, but like over-accentuating your hips. We were walking just cool as a cucumber, no problems. You're
Yeah.
not concerned at all. The others you can tell have run away, and you hear some voices saying like, "Where are they? Someone called the police. We're here." So Amora,
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Are they far away from me?
The police.
Yeah.
police. They're about 20 feet. Like if you were to guess, they're about 20 feet away from you.
I am going to turn around at the police and go, "Oh, I'm sorry, officer. The woman that called you, she went that way." And I'm going to point in the direction that Pebble and the other one
And
walked
Saber.
away.
So-
That direction.
You're throwing us under the bus. I'm so proud.
Wow. I didn't think that you guys were gonna go full demon. We're such good people, and you guys are.
Not tonight.
I don't know, man.
Wow.
I didn't think I was all in it for the love, but you were
Me
the one
too.
who needed to be a love that like tipped the balance. Man, all the
Yeah.
greatest loves of all time are like tragedies. You don't the greatest love of all time, this couple that has been together for like 50 years. Like
You don't know that. It could be a soft, loving love. You know, a good, stable love. But we'll see.
yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I don't know.
Wow.
We'll see.
So Amara, you say that, and like in your most sultry voice, you tell the police that it looks like the woman who called has gone that direction. The cops pause and look at you. They like. So Amara, you're used to humans of any gender looking at you and being entranced by you because you're a succubus. they kind of pause and look at you as if they want to be attracted to you, but they're confused because they can't figure out if you're actually attractive or you're just pretending to be attractive. So they kind of pause. Well, thank you, ma'am. We appreciate it. And they rush off in the direction that Pebble and Saber have gone.
I'm going to give them a little sloppy salute as they walk away and go, "Of course, officer." And I'm going to turn around and walk after Julia.
Okay. Sneaky. Very sneaky, but I'm going to say that...
Please kill me.
Wow. Yes. Who? Amara or Julia?
Julia.
So
Oh my
both,
goodness, guys.
you guys are so bad. So, and chat. They both Teddy and Lena were very clear. They said that they're both chaotic, and here is the chaos. But
Yeah.
there was chaos from you too. That knife did not come from nowhere. Okay,
This
there's
is why
chaos.
we don't play together. This is the
Crazy,
reason.
my knife. I didn't know what to do with it.
It was just a part of the outfit. I didn't choose the body. Maybe I did, but the body
Yeah,
came
you
with the
just
knife.
used the body. The body came with the knife, man. I
Yeah.
get it.
The knife was the knife was
no.
supposed to
I
be.
have to kill my video because I do not put my children on social media or anything. So I'm killing
problem.
my video.
That's cool. But it was a symbolic knife, like that you hold onto, not that you actually, But it's fine. It's all fine. People can have knives and use them, and not use them.
And use
But
them.
so both Pebble and Saber have run off. We're gonna go follow you guys first. Pebble, you feel this pull. You're rushing along, and you feel the pull is getting stronger and stronger. And you're so sure, like you're running along, like you've run through this massive park. You've run past like bakeries. For a moment, you thought you saw one of their raccoons, but it looked at you a bit shifty and ran away because it didn't want to make eye contact. But you've been running for this city for quite some time, holding on to Saber's knife and hand, and you're running and running and running. It feels like you're going to what seems to be, oh gosh. It seems like the city's actually in a coastline. Like it feels like you're going to the coast. And you smell ocean air.
I'm keeping an eye out for a rock, by the way, a nice hand-sized rock as we're running.
Wow, you can keep looking. You're gonna find boulders. You're gonna keep finding boulders. I will not let you bludgeon my NPCs. We'll see how that goes. So you smell the ocean sea air. Are you gonna keep? You still feel that pull, so are you gonna keep it going in that direction?
Yeah, well, we're trying to find the guy. We do still have a knife in hand, so I don't suppose I need a rock.
Oh my gosh! You're right. That's terrifying. But
Wow.
you're right. Wow. So Saber, you also start to smell this ocean air. It's
I'm looking up at the sky. What time is it?
it's oh my gosh. It's going for roughly about 6:00 in the evening. Yeah, it's looking like the sun's getting real low.
I'm going to pause and go. Wait. This is it.
This is
The
what?
moment
What
that
is-
tips the balance.
And suddenly, Pebble, you are running full tilt, and you feel this jolt because Saber has stopped, and therefore you've kind of like, it's almost like inertia has pulled you right back.
Saber, I know that you're freaking out because of that is so shiny. Wow, wow. Okay, that's really cool. I have to agree, but we have someone to find, and they're probably running away from us. And can I borrow this? And I'm gonna yank the knife out of his hand, and then go. We need to keep moving, and then I'm gonna run without Saber because.
But it's so special. The sunset. It fills my heart with joy.
And
Saber's busy
yeah.
having a moment as the sun sets.
And thank you. As Saber's feeling this moment of like, you remember the beauty that you can see on Earth. It reminds you that there are still good things in the world. Life can be worth
So
living.
good things.
Not everything
Oh.
requires a knife and a business card. Some things can just be and exist and be peaceful and amazing.
Oh, some things don't need customer service.
It's almost like you're having like an out of body
An
experience.
epiphany, yeah.
You're having an epiphany. You're just like you feel like, you can almost hear like angel song around you. You almost feel euphoric, like this is what you've been missing. That will to live that you've been missing in that cubicle.
Exactly.
Oh my Lord Bones. I know I said yes, but dang, okay, dang it. Okay. And as you have this euphoric feeling, you feel like you can hear bird song.
Yes.
You pause and you realize your ankles don't feel as stable as they did beforehand, and you realize you're following what looks like Julia. And Amora, you thought you were closing in on Julia and you were thinking how to make this look like an accident, but not really an accident. You actually suddenly realize you're holding a knife in your hand. And the hand is not manicured. It looks a bit dirty. And you realize, as you look along the arm, wait a minute, it's just a familiar dirty green swamp dress. What? And you pat on your sides. What pockets? And you realize you're in Pebbles' body.
I do not believe this! And I'm just gonna toss the knife on the floor.
No,
And
I
Pebbles,
worked so hard
you-
for that.
And Pebbles, you were like you had laser focus. You were so sure, like, yes, let's do this. If you have to do this mission on your own, you'll do it. And you suddenly realize you're looking into the sunset that Saber couldn't stop talking about. And now you're looking at the same sunset, and you're looking for Saber, but you don't see Saber. But you think you see your body running away down towards the beach. So thank you very much, Laura Bones. Laura Bones redeemed Freaky Friday body swap. So
I just need a quick moment. So go ahead with whatever's happening with the other two, please.
no problem.
So I am going to go towards Julia and I'm going to say, some things don't need customer service. And maybe your relationship is one of those things.
Wow. You gonna just walk up to Julia and say that? Just okay. So
Just
you're
randomly, that's what I'm gonna do.
with that dreamy voice, but you're gonna creep
'Cause
up
I
on this.
didn't realize that I had body swapped anything. I'm still in the moment in my sunset.
So you have snuck up behind Julia, the same woman that heard you and others talking about killing and slashing and
Yep.
getting rid of people. And the body you're in right now is one of the more vocal bodies that said, "Let's get rid of her." So
Yeah,
Julia hears your voice, and you sound serene, and you got this milk and honey voice. It's very soothing. And as Julia turns, she almost thinks she's gonna turn towards a friend, a familiar sight. Then she sees Amora's face, and she's terrified. She doesn't scream, but her face looks stricken, and she looks frozen. Her fight or flight is in action, and she's just frozen. She's frozen. She's staring at you. She looks petrified.
Well, I know what myself looks like, so I'm pretty much used to that kind of response. And I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna say, it's at times like these, during the sunsets, when one must think through one's life and wonder, what was the point? Was my purpose really to sharpen knives? Or was it something more profound, something deeper?
Mm-hmm.
Do we really love? And what kind of love is it? Or are we just here to tip the scales?
And you hear like a squeaking sound coming from Julia. Does that mean that you'll let me live? Please.
Well, of course. You have to live. How else are you going to experience the greatest love of all time? I mean, he hasn't even arrived.
Okay, but you're not. And like she's still like she was petrified and frozen, but now she starts walking backwards from you. You're that tall, scary lady who kept saying you were gonna get rid of me, and now you're talking about love. I don't know what you and your friends are on, but I'm gonna leave. And she's backing away. She's just again starts now that she knows you're behind her as Amora's body. She's running. Amora, you threw that knife away, and you're still realizing that these pockets are comfy in this sea green dress, but it's not. This is not the moment to be like looking at pockets. You're annoyed and frustrated right now. What do you do, Amora?
I am going to huff a little bit, throw something, kick something, and then I'm going to go and look for that knife again. I was like, fine. If this is how they would like to play it, then this is how we shall play it. And I'm going to wield the knife. And I was like, do I feel a pull?
Oh yeah, you're in Pebbles' body. Yes, you do.
Oh, I love this.
You feel the pull.
I'm going to follow the pull.
Oh my gosh! And Pebbles, you're staring at the sunset, and you do pause and realize, you know what? Maybe Saber had the right idea. It is a beautiful sunset, but you're still kind of confusedly looking at your own body running away now with a knife in hand.
I'm gonna like look down to check if I missed something. Hopefully, figure out that my hole in hand that's not supposed to be here means that I'm in Saber's body. And go.
Yeah.
Huh, that's. Wait, if I'm, then who's? I'm just gonna follow. I want to see what happens with my body.
So you're running towards your body, and you realize this body is like a machine. It's like you've never felt so like agile. It's amazing to run in this human form. Like your old hag body had like aches and pains that you didn't think was a thing. Like it was like a creaky body, but now this body's efficient. It's gonna get you far.
Hey, I like
It might even get you to your end goal of maybe whatever you might be wishing for. Who knows? It might shift your wish. I don't know. So you're running. Amora is still on the trail, feeling the pull. Amora, you come across a stadium. It looks like maybe a stadium along like a. Let me not say a stadium, like an open field, like where people would like an open track field where people go running, like open track and field. I'm not an athlete, guys. Give me a break. But a racing track. Ah, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, an athletics racing track field where people run in circles really, really fast. That's where you've gone. But you see people just like they're maybe playing with their animals, and some people are actually running, exercising, what have you. But you see a familiar face, and that is Sia. We're gonna go back to Saber, who is in Amora's body. So Saber, you've had this moment, this epiphany, this strong pull that life is worth living, and maybe it's worth witnessing another true love in the flesh instead of via the phone.
I'm just gonna walk slowly after Julia. Like I'm not chasing her or anything.
Yeah.
Like I'm taking my time. I haven't had legs in centuries, man.
Okay. And as you're walking comfortably, you realize the body you're in, this lanky body, it feels just right. You feel like you can pull off these thigh-high boots, and this trench coat's kind of your vibe. And you're like, this is not a bad body. This is a body you can get used to. You're there's the horse. They're very comfortable. And you're just like, you almost feel like you're walking in your true form. If you think you had a true form, this is what it feels like. And we're gonna go back to So,
Yeah.
so as you follow, like, sashaying behind Julia's looking panicked. She's just walking around, and she hears a voice. Julia, is that you? I've been calling you all this time. Where are you? It's not safe out there. There's really crazy things happening, and it's Sia's voice. You can hear Sia's voice is calling towards her. He seems to be she seems to have reached a field, and you can hear his voice calling her towards the other side of the field. And Julia starts running full tilt towards the voice she recognizes. Are you still walking at a sedate pace?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna get in between this moment. I'm here to watch and observe the love that is gonna change history.
Okay. All right. And you hear a voice. Hey, buddy, pal, employee of the month, Saber, I need you to move faster because I don't trust the other two, and you have a good head on your shoulders, and you need to make sure they don't unalive anybody. So run in those thigh-high boots, and you run fast, okay? And you hear that voice in your head, Saber, in Amora's body.
Yes.
And you
So I guess.
This is Laura Bones, Pupper, the Pupper, aka the horse, need a little pedals on the side, so you normally don't see the horse, but that was the horse right there. And you hear the voice say, "You know what? This needs to be more efficient." And you hear the snapping sound, not as loud as the lady, the of Aphrodite's daughter, but loud enough to like jolt. It feels like it jolts your body, Saber, and you feel like it jolted into your actual body, the body you had initially. And as you feel jolted, Pebbles, you feel like you were in this body that's like highly efficient, running on like adrenaline and whatnot. You felt like this pressure pushing you. It felt like you felt like you were being squeezed in this small space, and then you could feel you were pushed out almost aggressively, and now you're in your body, but you have a knife. The knife is back in your hand, so at least that's.
But I'm so slow and achy now. I'm just gonna like, what?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, like life was good until it wasn't, and then Amora, because you realize you're in your body because you feel those the boots that you were in beforehand. It feels more familiar, but you can feel yourself running, and you're back in the body you started in, and you can see Julia in your sights, and you can see Sia not too far away, and also
I'm just gonna go.
And you can see her.
Come on! I was just there with the knife.
Yeah, and just behind Sia, you can't Sia doesn't see this, but Sia doesn't see this. Anyway, behind Sia is a familiar body. Like you see Pebble's body, kind of like moving very slowly, but a knife in hand, and you can see behind Pebble, gaining speed, is Saber's body running full tilt.
Okay, I'm gonna yell, and I'm gonna look at Pebble, and I'm gonna say, "Pebble, throw me the knife!"
Okay,
Still-
I'm gonna like you guys did axe throwing, so you just fucking whip it. Sorry, I should not swear on stream.
Yeah, let's kill everyone, but not swear. Wow, guys.
I mean, yeah, like what is that the line you're gonna draw? Is that the hill you're gonna die on?
That's not
Okay.
cool. Everything else
Okay.
is fine, but that's not cool. So I'm gonna literally just whip the knife in Amora's direction.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not kill anyone on the way there.
I mean, okay, like Amora, please roll a d20, and also Pebbles, roll a d20 to see how well you throw. While those two are throwing, Saber, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just running. I'm running because now I can see this knife, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, what are they gonna do? But I'm also waiting. Like I need this couple to like reunite.
I rolled a 17.
I rolled a 19.
Hey!
Wow. Sure, they caught it, eh?
This is a bit too in sync. This chaotic duo is a bit too in sync for my liking. But you know what? I will allow it. You guys are super sus though. But I will allow it.
The dice
Wow.
actually dropped off my table, and I picked it up and I rolled it again. It was a 19. Like,
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so so Pebble, you like with the less inch of strength because you now feel heavier in this body. You feel a little weaker, but your last bit of strength, you throw the knife towards Amora, and surprisingly, you throw it well enough that it throws true towards her, and almost like with a sense of like a. Would you cackle? I'm guessing Amora like in victory. Like a
No,
crowd.
no,
Amora.
no.
Yeah,
There's no cackling happening now. There's
Okay.
just purpose.
Okay, so you catch the knife just in time. You don't even lose stride. You're still running, and you might.
Amora doesn't see.
Yeah.
She doesn't see love and freedom and wishes and all that nonsense that they were spewing. She sees eternal imprisonment or freedom from everything.
Wow. So you're still on your number, only looking out for number one plan. Okay, I see it. I see you. So as you all run, it feels like the moment like you're in a pocket of time where the people around you no longer seem to be around you. It seems to be washed in this white open space. You only see the two people in front of you, respectively. You can only see Sia and Julia. They've embraced each other. It almost sounds like you can hear them super loud all of a sudden now that they say, "I thought you were gone." No, but I realized I can't be without you, and I don't care that you don't want to come with me. We have to be together, and life is so short. And you hear his voice. It is really short, and I was just thinking about you, and that idiot Deborah kept talking to me, and I told her she's just a friend, but she kept talking to me, and she followed me into this weird place, and there were other weird people, and all I could think about was how I wouldn't see you again, and I was so terrified. But I'm so glad you're with me, and we're together, and we'll figure it out. We can always figure it out. I'll move to you, or you move to me, or we move somewhere else together. We can start fresh because it's been a weird day. And he looks around. Wait, where are we? And he kind of realizes that it's like this weird vacuum of only open white space. And he kind of embraces Julia a bit tighter because he realizes that wherever they are, it's not familiar.
Well, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Nope. So Toto, you better be ready to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I took a swipe at empty air. Lovely.
You were ready to take that swipe, but it felt like time froze, and all three of you, Pebbles, Saber, and Mora, you felt like you were watching this happen right in front of you. It felt like you were involved, but you weren't at the same time.
Yeah.
And Amora, you look at your hand. There's no knife at all, but your hand looks like your succubus hand, and your arm looks like your succubus arm, and your body. And you look around, you realize you're back in your succubus body. Pebbles, you don't feel that ache anymore, but you do feel there's a lot more leaves and that comforting, solid body you had beforehand. It looks like you're back in your demonic body. Saber, that amazing, efficient body you were in beforehand.
Yeah.
As much as you missed it, you realize you're back in your cozy, amazing blankie. It's like the hearts
My
seem
blankie.
brighter. Yeah, they seem brighter. That dual function blanket, it smells fresh. It smells like a summer's day, and as if you're watching a sunset. It feels new. And you hear clack, 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 clack. That rhythmic clack, 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 clack. I see some of you had plans.
We were
But as you
just
can see,
doing what we were told. I mean, the
as you can,
voice
like,
told us.
you hear a loud clapping sound again. Pebbles, your mouth. I'm sorry. Out of character. I'm sorry. But, and again, your mouth is gone.
I'm just gonna look at Pebble, and there's that knowing look, and I go like, "See."
At least one of you, and you hear the voice, and you can hear the clacking, but you don't see the body. But you can feel like their eyes look at each of you, but at least one of you was focused. And Saber, you feel this heavy weight on, like, as if you're being, there's a beam of light focused on you.
Ooh, I'm going to heaven.
Hurry up, Scotty! No. You can feel her regard on you is quite strong. And another clapping sound happens, and Pebbles, your mouth is open again, but you don't feel that weight that you had before. You can actually look up. It's not the same woman.
I mean, the voice told us to get them, and I mean, by scaring them, we did get them together. So we all did our jobs. You're just very pedantic about how it should be done. That's all I'm saying. I mean,
as you say that, though, you know you're rambling, trying to defend yourself because you don't want to be turned into, like, dust. But as you ramble, you look up and you realize that's not the lady who must be great and great again. That looks like Aphrodite, like the one and true Venus.
like mid speaking, my mouth just falls open and I stare at her.
So Pebbles is starstruck, looking at Venus, at Aphrodite. Saber, you can feel this warm, beaming regard towards you because Aphrodite's looking at you, and she has this amazing smile on her countenance. She looks so proud of you, Saber. And Amora,
Blanky.
it's a blankie that's security, but also, like, you almost feel this pressure pushing your chin up to force you to look up. You can see it is Aphrodite smiling down at you. And Amora, you don't feel scared. But I'm guessing you'd feel unsure. What do you feel when you see Aphrodite?
Well, I was about to, like, climb into the boss, and then I realized it's the boss's boss, and I'm like, you know that moment where you, like, lift your finger and you're about to go off on a tirade, and then you realize it's not exactly the person that you want to go off against, and you go, oh, shit.
So,
I'm sorry, I did not mean to go off against you, my lady. It was meant for the other one. She took away my cake. It just started off the whole thing on a bad foot, and then at the end of the day, we got the job done, right? They're together, eternal love, all the good things. You're back in charge. It's no harm, no foul.
yeah, and you're, like, gesturing. You're like, yeah, look at us. And you're, like, putting your hands together, like, yeah, no harm, no foul. Look at what we've done. And you're gesturing towards everyone, and you gesture at the couple, like, they're in love. And you're like, yeah, great job. You give yourself a clap. Go team. And you're just like, yeah. You're trying to save the situation. You're like, yeah, go team.
There's really weak sauce, like, employees of demand. Cheer.
You even did a gesture? Actually, you look so endearing that she actually smiles at you when you say that. I've known of, and then you hear that it's a softer version of voice, but that booming voice. I have known of all three of you for so long. I'm so sorry it took me this long to come to you, but there's always red tape when it comes to admin. But I'm here for you now. And the presence turns towards you, Pebble. Would you like to tell them what happened? What actually happen for you to all be here?
If no.
I wasn't asking.
Oh.
I was telling.
Okay. So, I, I mean, I didn't pick you guys on purpose. It was just your names were the closest to mine, and I'd been a pebble for like, I don't know, like 2,500 years or something, and it's so boring to be a rock, and the people kind of mistreat you, and they use you to kill other things. And I just wanted to be something with arms and legs this time. And then when we got the body reassignment, I was gonna be a tree, and trees don't have arms and legs, and that's really bad. So I added your names, and I booked us all on the same tree, so that hopefully I wouldn't be the soul put it into the tree this time. And that's why that's how we ended up at Love Inc.
Thank you.
What?
Your friend is.
Could have been a tree.
Years. I could have been a tree.
I'm the one who messed up the paperwork to get us stuck working at Love Inc.
Pebble's the one who actually skewed your fates to converge together, and I have been trying so hard to untangle you for so long. And I'm glad you're all here, as safe as you can be after all these centuries. No harm, no foul, right? And she kind of says that without, kind of assuming that there will be no pushback. She kind of turns towards you, Saber. No harm, no foul, right?
I thought you were going to grant us wishes.
We will come to that. And then, and she turns to you, Amora. No harm, no foul, right?
Yes. No harm, no foul.
I'm just trying to imagine this succubus is like kind of like shaking as these words are being sent. Like your whole voluptuous body is like shaking. Oh, Dark Wolf! Hey, Dark Wolf! Dark Wolf's asking and says, Dark Wolf saying hi. So hi, Dark Wolf. We've been playing a Valentine's Day one-shot game, and a very big reveal has come up where Teddy, aka Pebble, may have screwed them all up to begin with, but it's all good. Foul or foul?
Right, Dark Wolf?
Yeah.
You know I don't do that stuff.
Maybe. Maybe. And the voice again turns to you, to all three of you, and you realize you're all standing together in the room. Now for your wishes. My daughter did promise you, and I do keep my promises. So, and Aphrodite turns to you first, Pebble. What do you wish for?
Ooh,
young one?
I want something with arms and legs, but I want to be really fuzzy like a raccoon. Oh, I want to be a raccoon.
And you, if a goddess could pause, it sounds like she's a raccoon. And the soothing voice says, "Then it shall be done. Pebble, you shall have your next life now as a raccoon."
I'm a raccoon.
And I love raccoons. I just love how the raccoons were brought into this, but it's amazing. And then Aphrodite turns towards you, Amora. And Amora, what do you wish for?
Well, actually, your goddessness, beautiful. I have no idea what the proper address is. I was actually thinking that I kind of got used to this, and I'm just pointing down to my succulus form and say,
Oh.
so I'm thinking that maybe I will just stay as these, but maybe with a better job assignment, not at the Love Inc. because that kind of sucked.
I can make you freelance. I know a Duke of Hell that would love to work with you.
Wonderful.
And
Did you hear that, Bibble? I'm going to work with the Duke of.
I'm a raccoon now. Rawr, rawr.
you see, like, because Pebble's been turned into raccoon. The cutest and fuzziest, fluffiest raccoon you've ever seen, but
Shiny
now the shiniest eyes ever. But you can't understand raccoon. That wasn't in your repertoire as a succubus. So you don't understand. I love that. Like Darkwolf's like everything. Wait, yeah, Darkwolf was saying hi, and then Laura Bones said like, yeah, everything's been Teddy's fault. And they're saying like, yeah, sounds about right. And they're like, yeah, and more. It's like sounds about normal. And they're like, yeah, rah rah, lol, because now you're a raccoon.
It's not all my fault. Just most of it's my fault.
All your fault. All your fault.
I did not throw the knife. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, that knife throwing went a different direction. we're here now. And then Aphrodite turns towards you, Saber. And you, Saber, and she actually pauses. My little employee, and she does like a very smooth, slow version. My employee of the month. What would you wish for?
I wish to be the sun. I wish to be able to watch over all the people, and then I want to sit at the end of every day and be the most beautiful thing in the sky.
Your wish shall be granted. And you hear a snap sound, and Saber, you feel so vast and so warm and so comfortable, and all you can see is nothing but ocean and sky, but space and time and everything. You feel infinite, you feel warm, you feel eternal, but you also feel at peace.
With his snuggly blanket.
With that, yeah, the blanket came with you. The blanket's definitely. And that is where I'm going to call the game. All three of you managed to do your little side quests. You managed to accidentally, on purpose, but still definitely accidentally succeed to bring the lovers together in the worst way possible. Like it was.
Wow, yeah, that was
That's
crazy.
way. We chased
Like,
them
who
out
does
with
that?
his arms.
Who does that?
You chose the demons. I'm just saying. So
I
you chose
was-
the demons.
I was thinking cute demons, like cutesy demons, not like rawr demons. Wow! Oh, wow! So, chat. You guys are
I'm
special.
so sorry, guys.
I love it.
I actually have to go.
No, okay.
The spawn is calling.
Bye, Spawn.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks, Nelly.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
Everybody.
Thanks, Wednesday.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank
Wednesday.
you, all the peeps, for watching. Sorry, guys, we don't do Valentine's Day well.
We did
No, I think this was perfect.
This was actually it was fun. It just went a different way, but it's fun. Yeah.
I'm just happy I got to be the sun at the end. But yeah.
Oh wait, before you leave, Wednesday, and thus solar flares were born. Every time Saber shakes out their blanket, solar flares.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's so cute.
Oh, that's adorable.
Thank
And-
you.
Oh, that was so cute. So, Teddy, were you gonna defend your raccoon ways? What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was
Thanks,
just
guys.
gonna say.
Bye.
Okay, bye, Wednesday.
Bye,
Oh.
Wednesday.
It's super poetic that Saber chose to become the sun because in some
Yeah.
versions of Greek mythology, Apollo, who is the god of the sun, slept with Aphrodite to have Cupid. Like that's how he was born. So I was like, it's so beautiful.
That's perfect. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love it when the time comes.
This is a good Valentine's one.
We are like we're accurate to mythology. We give you the good times and lots of high blood
And so
pressure,
much
but
love.
It came full circle.
Like roleplay accurate, I'm just saying.
It came full circle in the weirdest way possible. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it worked. It definitely worked. Wow, I am impressed by you guys, but also so possibly concerned, but also very impressed. Very
What was
impressed.
Funny.
concerning about that? It seemed so normal to me.
Yeah, I mean, chaos all the way. You guys did what you do. But did you enjoy the game? I hope you did.
Yeah,
Oh no, I enjoyed it.
I had fun
It was
turning
fun.
it into a horror. It's just
Yeah, it was meant to be all lovey-dovey and marshmallows
we
and all the
fixed
soft
it.
stuff.
We made it better.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah.
Okay.
It can't.
Sugar and spice. Okay, you can't just have sugar. It has to be sugar and spice. Okay.
And a lot of chemical X. Lots of
Balanced
chemical
as
X.
all things should be.
Yeah, like super balanced. I love it. But before we wrap up, maybe I just want to say thank you to chat, everyone in chat. So I want to say thank you to WO_Leah, double O underscore Ella, double O. There's a lot of double O's. No 007 though. Double O_ Katie underscore is desperate. Oh, okay. Are you okay, Katie? Do you need a call a friend? Also thank you to 8 Hades, Alicidra, Donk7, Trapsnat, Laura Bones, Peniser, RPG. Hey! And thank you so much for following us, Peniser RPG. Regress, Row Beach 20, Rockin underscore Suckoxy, and Vilmercy. And thank you to everyone else who came and went. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat. I hope you guys had a good time. It went way off the beaten path of what I had planned, but I still had fun, and I hope you guys had fun too. So before we say bye to everyone, where can people find you? Let's start with Lena.
Oh well, you can find me on Instagram under mystic_bell, and I post things for events and paint projects and little art things that I'm doing and travels and whatever. And I'm a little behind because I've a bunch of stuff that is almost ready for photos but not ready for Instagram yet. So I've just got to finish some stuff up and then I'll start posting some pics.
Post the stuff, please. Post the stuff.
Yes.
And Teddy, where can people find you?
If people still want to find me after everything, you can find me on Instagram at Teddykus, TEDDIKUS. And I am also seriously attempting to post things sometime soon, but life has been a little chaotic. However, if you're in the Garden Route area, what you can do is look up a George Gaming Group. I got it. I totally remember the board game group. I've worked 3 years to get to this point. I remember the name. It's on Facebook now. We're going to have an Instagram account soon, so people come join us, come play games with us. It's so much fun.
Yes. Nice. And then Wednesday, who had a drop off for spawn related queries, you can find Wednesday on Instagram as well as Wednesday_Lefey, LEFEY. And me, Nelly, I was your humble GM today. I'm typically a player character, but I enjoy GMing from time to time. You will probably find me in places like Comic-Con and Rage DMing. But you will find me on Instagram as Miss Mvubu, so that's MISSMVUBU. On Instagram, if you want to see images of my horse, and the horse, if you could smell the horse, just like flowers and daisies, so good. Anyway, you can see images of the horse, and I travel, and I try to do other things, science stuff and current affairs related. And where you can find us as well, we have a website. You can find us at dumdumdie.co.za. So dumdumdie.co.za. We have amazing blogs by our lovely Teddy. Wait, you're next to me, so.
It's so weird, right?
Yeah. Wait.
Fusion
Dragon Ball Z Fusion. Yeah. But we have an amazing sense of humor, but you can find more of content we make. We make RPG content. We talk about our goings-ons when it comes to the local community in West Africa when it comes to TTRPGs. So check out our website. And if you want to hang out with us again, we will actually be streaming this coming Sunday. So this was a double whammy for you guys. So we'll continue our actual homebrew 5e campaign. So that's us. So everyone in chat, if you want to hang out for a little bit longer, I think we're going to do a raid. The question is, who do we raid? Oh no, we don't have anyone who's raidable. So that means you guys, we can't like get our pitchforks or anything. No raiding.
Go find a random streamer and inform them that you're joining them in lieu of a raid.
Yeah. We could not do we couldn't raid for you, but we can definitely ask you to raid for us. But thank you so much, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us, and have an awesome week. We'll see you on Sunday, but have an awesome week and weekend filled with adventure. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.